Well, folks, welcome. This is the OSC 2022 mid-season playoffs number 2. We got some spicy games for you. To kick it off, we're going to have Young Yakov versus Mio Micah. But that said, we're trying to give it a little bit of time because DreamHack is wrapping up with a serious late game. PVZ, ZVP with Disc and Scarlet. And obviously, Disc the underdog. We're just waiting, as I'm sure everybody is. We'll probably have some people trickle in here and there. Welcome, JLT. First chatter. So we are hanging out until, we're off peak. This could have been a very quick series, but I figured we'd probably end up in some late game if this takes it.
Am I?
Shadowhunter.
So sane that you just blew
Thank you for
your
the 25 months.
Shadowhunter LGN just subscribed. Love ya, man. 25 months. Been a good time. Hope for more to come.
That is crazy. You're making me feel like I've been doing this for a little bit now. He's got the founder's badge and everything, I think. Pretty much. If you don't, he's just off it. That is insane. 25 months. You thought Special was in the bracket? Not in today's. If you look at the top on that bracket, we are covering today Young Yakov and Mia Micah, Mixu versus Soon, Spear versus Poppy, Mindle versus Kiris, Percival versus Rail, and Exo Striker versus Iba for today's games. So it should be very good. And thanks again to Shadowhunter. That is amazing. 25 months. I'm just, like I said, we're going to chill for a few until we get going. Max Pavlish. Hi, how you doing, my man? How are you today? Don't worry, we'll be getting started up pretty soon. Again, I'm just waiting for the end of DreamHack NA stuff to start kicking here. I'm sure everybody, by and large, is mostly on there for StarCraft. This should be an interesting one. Young Yakov versus Micah. Today was hot. Oof. You were beaten by 3. You got beaten up? You yourself did? Oh my goodness. I hope things are going well over there. Oof, I hope you're okay, man. Good luck in Ukraine, my friend. Good luck, brother. That does not sound good. But did they have... I think overall it's been amazing, the kind of pushbacks that have been happening. I'm actually going to follow up as we wait here for a few minutes. We'll get started here soon. I don't want to hold everybody up too long, because we got to get this show on the road. You know that? But Oof, yeah. I see some stuff there. I do see some good news on your front, though. Still, it's amazing that the fight that is being put up over there. All right, let's see here. All right. We're gonna, maybe we should just, what do you guys think? Should we get started? Should we get this show on the road and get started here? Scarlet and Disc, 32 minutes in the game. Supplies looking pretty crazy. Workers looking low. And Disc has got an uphill battle. Either one of them has to be careful on that series. Jeez. All right, we're going to start it off, I think, here. We are going to start it off here, guys. And we were going to go into game number 1. It's Young Yakov versus Mio Micah. Oops. And this is a best of 3. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner. Give it up for our red Zerg player. It is Mio Micah. And his opponent in the bottom right-hand corner, representing CSO Esports. It is Young Yakov, going for the 12 pool versus 12 pool. This should be a spicy one already. ZVZ 12 pool openers. Yeah, it could be pretty wild. Oh my gosh, that's horrible, Max Pavlish. That is horrible. Certainly. Yeah, that is just very sad to hear. We hope for everybody to get reclaimed from it, but that's, you know, very, very disheartening news. Looks like we're gonna have 6 lings and 1 queen from each. Usually you don't want to get too overextended here in ZVZ with the 12 pool opener, by the way. But yeah, man, good vibes, prayers, and good luck with everything. That's okay. Mio Micah doubling down here a little bit. He's building more lings. He's a little later to his hatch. He got more lings out a little earlier, so he wants to be prepared. But that said, everything's kind of evening out a little bit. Looks like Young Yakov actually taking the lead a little bit here, but no, Mio Micah has more lings to basically hold off the push for second anyway. They're both even. Realistically, you don't have to be super aggressive at this point. You just got to keep eyes on your opponent. Try to take the better point. This time, Young Yakov now has 2 more lings joining this fight. But he's going to have his hatch substantially faster, and he's actually had queens out a little later. So there is a queen already out for Mio Micah onto his second one. Actually, there's a queen for both. Where is Young? Okay, there it is. He was just on his next transfuse. So Mio Micah is a little behind in some regards, but actually ahead on drones for the moment. So the more drones could be helpful, considering both players are just macroing out of this. Ooh, this is one exposed overlord, but it is gonna potentially be safe here. Neither player going into metabolic boost just yet. Actually, in fact, Young Yakov, it should be noted, just now took his second gas and does have a higher queen production, but later gas, so we're probably going to see faster ling speed from Mio Micah, who does not have those 100 minerals yet, but does have the 100 gas. And is he going to go right into metabolic boost? He's not. Mio Micah always has such an interesting... Oh god, that's horrible, man. Well, I'm hoping everything starts shifting gears even more in your favor. Hopefully, how everything has been looking on the gains, we all hope it comes to an end in a good way. Soon. Okay, we got a Roach Warren double Evo wall from Mio Micah, who might go into mutas after this. We'll see. He's got a lot of lings behind the wall. He opted not to keep them out. Just an Evo chamber so far from Young Yakov, who's taking his third base in the back a little faster, who now is leading in drones. Okay, not a cancel on the Evo. So it is just going to be, is this going to be a +1 Roach timing attack? Because we didn't get ling speed in either case. No, we're going into a lair for our red Zerg player. So he's just going to pressure out with some slow lings, but there are more lings for Young Yakov. So Mio Micah has to be careful with this. Both players going into ranged attacks at about the same time. But let's take a look here. No lair from Young Yakov. Mio Micah is going to be able to get faster roach speed, if nothing else. Is going to take 2 more gases. Doesn't look like 2-base muta, to say the least. This is going to be a faster roach speed for Mio Micah. That said, drone count looking in favor of Young Yakov with that third base, too. Yeah, man, you can Max Pavlish, you're welcome to. We wish nothing. I'm a huge supporter in spirit, if nothing else, is all I can do for you guys. Oh my gosh, there's a full wall again, but the queens aren't doing anything. These lings are actually putting a little more pressure on. A little slow reaction from Mio Micah, but he does have a lot of ping plan on these servers, I'm sure. As does Young Yakov. I'm not sure which server they're on at this point, but we have an Eastern Europe / Russian player versus Mio Micah from Vietnam. So talk about ping disparity on, I believe, NA servers, which is kind of weird. How does that even work out? That's a lot of ping. Yeah, definitely now about good stuff, man. That's for sure. Looks like we're getting a lot of spines. We got a Nidus Worm for Mio Micah. Going for the Nidus. Got his queens out. Getting his roaches out. He doesn't have... I thought he'd get glial reconstitution. He's not. Both players going to have +1 at the exact time. But Mio Micah is at the doorstep with more roaches. These spines, though, are going to be a bit of a problem. Roach Warren looks like it is in jeopardy for our blue Zerg, who does target down a Evo chamber, which I don't know if that should be the #1 target right there. We can kill the Roach Warren. He has to be cautious of these spine crawlers. Oh my goodness. That said, Roach Warren is going to be sniped. Queens are making their way out, and well, we'll see what happens here. Oh, one queen does look like it's in jeopardy, but oh, it's able to be transfused. Fight going a little weird. Everything's clumped up. There's spine crawlers. Mio Micah does have a surround on it. His Nidus, which is going to fall from these lings. These are slow lings at that. So yet another Nidus falling for our red Zerg player. He doesn't have glial reconstitution on the way. Would like to see him. I think Mio Micah is forgetting about this. He's doubling down on roach production, trying to anyway. And he's got his queens out, which means no injects. Trying to go for kind of an all-in, it looks like, but I don't think this is going to go too well for him. Roach speed is going for the player I didn't think he would have first. And is looking really good for Young Yakov. It's 39 to 51 drones. Roach speed is going to finish up here. Aspire going down in 3 base. Well, we call it partial saturation because the 12 mineral mining there from Young Yakov. This is going to be something. Whew. And I am sweating here for some reason. It's cold outside, but hot in here. Oh, going to be a huge surround from Young Yakov, and he is going to take the first point on the board for game #1. Actually, these... Let me take a look here. I got to make sure I have best of 3 on here. Yep. Best of 3s. These aren't best of 2s. Catch it. Yeah, we're going on to game number 2. It is Young Yakov versus Mio Micah. I forgot to update this too on my title. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of Mio Micah. He is a very cool dude. Very interesting Zerg player. And it is quite good. See these two in. Let's see if what spice we got in game number 2. Both opening with the 12 pool. How you doing, Freak Tourist? And all the gang, JLT and Max. Everybody coming in, welcome. Down a point, but certainly not out. Give it up for our red Zerg player from Vietnam. It is Mio Micah. 12 pulling again. And his opponent in the bottom right. Give it up for our blue Zerg player representing CSO Esports with the... It's not really a 13-12. That's like a 12-11. That's not a build. It's not a 13-12. That's a 12-11. My God, this is going to be a very fast link speed. Maybe with a Baneling Nest follow-up, but that's really weird. A 12-11, folks. That's a ZVZ, exactly. That's some cheeky play from Young Yakov. Mio Micah just opening with a standard 12 pool. Gonna have some stuff in defense, but this could be an all-in from Young Yakov. Way earlier. Alright, yeah, there it is, the fast link speed. We do have a couple of links coming out. He's still staying on gas, so this implies a Baneling Nest. We'll have to see what happens here. Mio Micah does have 8 sets of lings coming, though. That link speed is super early. There it is, the Baneling Nest. Blarg, how you doing? Oh my God, this is not a build, to quote Benji. It's not a build. 12-11. I'm gonna have to use this one in ZVZ sometimes when I'm playing against the same guy 2 times. Mio Micah running across the map. Young Yakov gonna be cheeky, hide the Banes, but the Baneling Nest is gonna be likely scouted. It's a lot of lings from Young Yakov. Actually, Mio Micah isn't gonna get the scout. Man, this is gonna be unfortunate. There is no queen, so if he get, yeah, he really needs some scouting information. He is gonna see the Baneling. No, did he see it? I don't know if he even saw that. So this is very unfortunate. He is probably gonna want to get some spines up. Obviously, some lings. He doesn't have metabolic boost on the way. He isn't even on gas yet. Well, the Banelings are revealed now. He's gonna try to trade out these lings. Split the lings. He wants to. Oh no, never mind. There's a full surround of metabolic boost speedlings here, and honestly, the hatch should be canceled. I think that hatch should be canceled. This is gonna be like take God's work to hold it. There's no spines going down for the Banes. Yep, canceled the last second. Okay, don't hate it. It bought some time because he doesn't have link speed. He doesn't have much to defend. Queens are full surrounded. Well, one of them is. The other one is gonna as well. And this is just. This could be over. Mio Micah getting cheesed like nobody's business. Another queen gonna pop, some more lings. That's all there's there for defense. Probably another set of banelings gonna be made from some of the injured lings, at least one. The queen is unprotected. Quote Gamer Richie, God save the queen. This is certainly some spice here. Young Yakov now safely able to take a hatchery, which is not good news for Mio Micah. Wait, what's this? Hold the phones, as Steadfast says. That's not a Baneling Nest, guys. Caster Man forgot to look at the production. It is a Roach Warren. So he's going to try to eke out some roaches to tank Banes, I guess. Because he's not going to be able to win the Ling War. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens here. And Mio Micah actually droning a little bit. He is getting an inject. One roach is about to pop here eventually. And again, it's got to be for the Banes. Scout on this from Mio Micah means he's going to have to do something in turn. But he's completely off gas. And this could just be a Ling Flood follow-up. All right, we're waiting for more larva from Mika. I think he's got a shot. As odd as it sounds, he's ahead on workers. He needs to get another base up somehow. But the roaches, as they come out, again, can tank for the Banes. And he could actually lead a roach fight if he can hold somehow. But now the second hatch is coming down for young Yakov, who is catching up on workers. Obviously, it's not too hard to when you're that low of a worker count in this game. Lings and roaches going to come out defending against this. Still a full scout for young Yakov. Losing those 2 queens was rough. Actually, 3 queens have fallen for Mika. That's very rough trades. Unfortunately, had to cancel his hatch at the last second. But he could potentially stay. I could see in a land where he makes some really good decisions and maybe just tries to focus defensively. Okay. Overlord is going to be pushed back. I don't believe it scouted this hatch going down. I do like a cheeky third hatch. If he can secure this, double expanding before the second hatch is finished, he's going to need some more economy and more production to catch up. So realistically, in a numbers game, it's probably the best option for Mika. Young Yakov is now supply block. That bought Mika a little bit more time, but 2 overlords are going to finish up here. That said, the second hatch finishing behind this. Let's see if we see what we see behind this, actually. Mika now does have metabolic boost of his own, so he's going to get out and get some vision. He does have the overlord scouting the thirds and just before, so he's going to be able to get some info. Little bit of pressure, but there's some defensive banes here, so the queens could split and all these lings could be down in a pretty quick time. Does scout the roach warren fast +1, but I love this, a double evo from Mika into a layer. This time I hope he actually just goes for roach speed. He's playing out 4 gases. No, it is just 3 gases, which is actually all right. He is catching up on workers. I think he needs to try to macro his way out now that he's gonna have a third hatch. This is good stuff, and it's honestly unscouted right now. Well, creep spread's going to be out. It might be seen by this one overlord. Ling Bane Ward is going a little bit. +1 range attacks is going to be behind for Mika, but going into the lair, going for the carapace and ranged attacks is really going to help him in the long run for the fight. But young Yakov could go for a 2 base, basically all in, with a faster +1 timing attack, and he's had time to group this up. Let's take a look at the unit count. Only 2 roaches out for each so far. Mika probably doesn't want to overcommit to lings. I mean, he is going into roaches, but I'd like, again, let's see if we get glial reconstitution research quick. We do not from Mika. He's pumping out roaches. There we go. Right behind it. He's going to have such a lead. Roach speed is going down for young Yakov. He does have his second Evo chamber. But there is going to be an upgrade advantage eventually for Mika. That third base is definitely noticed before, but Mika is going to get scout. Well, the third's just going down. He's like, all right, let's micro here. Let's try to trade out some lings, not lose everything to the 1 baneling. Actually, some pretty good trades, but he is getting a little slot. He's trying to bait the banes in. Like at this point, if just a little bit of pressure. Okay, he's going back. Nope, not going to risk this. He's running by, trying to get some information, but there's a roach. Oh, no. Okay, he gets a little bit of a read. Does see the 2 gases there, but doesn't see that there's 4 for his opponent. Okay, Mika just stand on the 3 gas saturation for now. Young Yakov now being Nidus man, and this is unscouted. This could be a huge problem for Mika. Mika does lead the army supply a little bit, and he is still pumping out roaches, but he is gonna have +1/1 for a minute, and well, let's see, roach speed is gonna finish a knife's edge faster for Mika, but the 1/1 finish, so he has an advantage for upgrades. Baneling's trying to connect on the third hatch, but Mika is gonna put some pressure on here. He is just gonna print out some roach. It's a double roach printer, but roach is going into the main. Not a lot to defend in the immediate, so 1 queen will fall, but it does get an inject. Mika is actually holding pretty well, all things considered. He is down on workers by a few, but that said, he has an upgrade advantage, like I said before, and he has a huge army supply lead for the moment. I really love this decision for this 1/1 counter push. So even if young Yakov tries to go across the map, he just doesn't have the numbers to deal with this, but we don't want to take a bad fight with a bad concave. Oh, Mia Micah. I don't know. The concave and the surround seemed a little rough, but he does have that upgrade lead. I think he's coming back a little stronger as long as he doesn't throw some nice transfuses from young Yakov. But my God. How you doing, Getcha? Fingers crossed for ESL raid. That'd be nice. GG, and Mia Micah takes game number 2. Welcome, Tater Tutor. Welcome, Gene Sim. Welcome, Thorn. So we're on to game 3 with some incredibly spicy ZVZs. Hey, thanks for the follow, Stukov Jim. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna have to get some water here in a moment. Anyway, yeah, I'm definitely in need of some water. Should have prepared a little bit here. Anyway, spawning in the... Hey, thanks for the follow. Get good, Max. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Waterfall. It is our red Zerg player. Give it up for Mia Micah. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing CSO Esports, it is Young Yakov. With some very good stuff. Hey, thanks for the follow. Get good, MX again. And yeah, that is true, Thorn. I was watching that. He's definitely celebrating. He's on some hopium. Trigger is very happy to be in the top part for the first time as well. The mods are getting wackadoo. I think it's the bots mostly. Like, I was timed out by bots a couple times for absolutely nothing myself, so. That said, we will be heading on. All right. We will be heading on in. This time it looks a little more standard-ish, I guess, yeah, from Mia Micah. Another cheeky play for young Yakov. Definitely going for faster link speed. I would be more than certain of that. We'll see if we get a quick Bane nest again, but it was not the cheeky 12-11 like the last game. That was really weird. He needs a 2-0 future and then have Reaper win a map off disc or pure... Yeah. Wait, why'd you time out Tater Tutor? Oh, are you memeing him, Thorn? Okay, good. Alright, good. I know, you like Tater Tutor. That was good memes. You're trolling. Thorn is always so polite and good in everybody else's chats. He needs to use Dave's chat to have some fun. Yeah. True. And that's what I love about you guys. Alright, anyway. Look at me getting all nervous for a second. Sibba John, what's going on? Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have significantly faster link speed from Young Yakov. This could be an all-in. He pulled completely off gas. This is looking like a variant of a build I do, but that link speed's gonna hit. Yeah, about the same time. He's gonna have another hatch, just not as much larva from the one that I do. Oh, gotcha. That's hilarious, Tater Tutor. Memes are flying high, but link speed is going to be flying fast. We do have just the one queen coming out, as you usually do with the speedling all on. See how he's hiding them. Yeah, this is going to hit like a sack of bricks. Can Mia Micah scout this? This game could be over pretty quickly if it goes unscouted. Oh, speedlings are scouted there. He knows he's got the speed quicker. Queens don't want to get surrounded. He needs to get them in a choke point or potentially wall off the main, which can also be a problem because you need to start just building lings like nobody's business. Oh, full surround on the bottom two queens. Mia Micah just doesn't have enough link speeds not done, but he's got a roach warren popping behind this. He still needs to hold on. He's got a drone advantage for the moment, but there's so many lings. These drones are going to start flopping down. I don't think we're going to see 6 roaches attempting to go, but GG is called, and Young Yakov takes it 2-1. How you doing, Kanan? Welcome, everybody. And this is the OSC 2022 midseason playoffs number 2. We've got a lot of good games. And let me just get updated on our next series. I'm gonna take just a moment to get some water here. Alfonso Danzo, welcome. Kanan, Stukov, Kim, and all the new people. Is someone still losing from this old trick? Well, yeah, I mean, ZVZ, man. Classic ZVZ. Good MX, true. All right, we will be moving on to our second series, Mixu versus Soon. Let me get stuff set up, and I'm gonna grab some water. Again, I forgot. And this should be an interesting one. And I will be right back. Boris Nesprick, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, Nina's definitely gonna drop a map off Pure Legacy for sure. Anyway. Well, guys, it is hotter than Hades in my apartment for some reason. Good to see you guys. All the gang's starting to trickle in. And we're on to our next series. When you guys are ready. Pure Legacy is not E-Legacy. E-Legacy used to be on my team. E-Legacy's done some crazy stuff.
Am I so sane that you just blew your mind?
Majdi 255 just subscribed.
Thank you so much for the 6 months in a row. You damn legend. We're going to try to figure out the scamathon stuff after. Which I am behind on cleaning because I'm still feeling a little sick. I slept late. Didn't get to do my morning cleanup here, which is unfortunate. So, that said, we're going to go on to our next series. Dave, as usual, at the button up. Should have wore short sleeves, I guess. But it's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Yeah, true. Best of luck to Base Mac. My man, Patty Mac. You guys are going to see more of Patty Mac come in sometimes. Like you saw Flapjack. Sometimes we get Yeti. Obviously, Renegade and Chicken Man. And others whom I've did with. You guys get ready. Patty Mac's gonna be casting with Dave again one of these days here. I'm hoping we can get Trigger. He's done it before too. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire, an old map representing Kova Esports. It is Mixu in the blue. And his opponent in the red, representing Ascentix. It is our red Terran player, Soon, who is going for a gas before barracks. Cheeky lad in ZVT on what would be argued to be a more Terran favored map back in the day. But all of us Protoss that were playing on this certainly enjoyed this map. This is a golden oldie here that was in repeat for a long time. Cheating like Hans Demon. Oof, the Hans. That poor kid, though, in a way, cheating is bad, but imagine being that kid's age and having to deal with the publicity. It's something to be to consider. But Pure Legacy did have that 2 times, so I've invited him to tournaments, but he's not allowed to play in the Chicken Man tests because Chicken Man has him, and I honor that. He isn't banned for life for tournaments in any Chicken Man events, which I honestly I don't disagree with. You're not a magician, but the Zerg will lose because of tanks. Stukov Kim, that's funny. And thank you, new people, for the follows. We're always looking for new friendos. I do a lot of ladder too, but I cast ESL. Recently, you can say I'm famous now from being on the B stream 2 times Kappa. Famously bad caster here. Dave motherfucking Testa. Alright, it is going to be a 1-1-1 follow-up, it looks like. Second gas a little quick, a little later, but it's allowed him to get his factory up really quick with the Reaper. We don't see... Okay, yeah, we are going to see the reactor right after. Curious to see what Soon does on this map, but... Tank's good unit here. Hey, Dark Omega, what's up? You were there the night when he got banned? Dark Omega was pure legacy for literal map hacking in a tournament. Yeah, so all the Terran fans out there, I've gotten flack for memeing on him in my chat. I know I need to be polite, and honestly, he's been a little weird sometimes to me, but he's actually been pretty chill, because I've had to talk to him about... I've had him in tournaments in the past, and... You know, we'll consider it on some of this stuff, but I think I'm probably gonna... Because he actually was alright to work with otherwise. But he did it again. How you doing, Tony the Iron Brother? And Drew. Anyway, we got a game going on here. CC is completed, and that is a faster starport as well. It looks like it could be Hellbat Marauder, but we'll see. It could be just a faster stem switch. Oh, Liberator. Liberator. This is going to be an interesting one. Reaper being annoying on the third base. Queen waddling its way down. Rocks getting chiseled at her. The unbuildable plate's going to fall for our Zerg player. And Terran just trying to get a low ground set up already, at least on this side. So this is going to force basically the Zerg to come up from this angle, which is quite annoying. So some little defensive stuff you can do as Terran earlier on from these rocks, because that's 2,000 health of rocks that you got to contend with to get into the natural. All right, Soon is taking a beating on one of the Hellions. Let's take a look at what the trades are so far. Just 2 Lings and 2 Creep Tumors. Nothing too substantial. And we are getting the Queen Printer out. However, the Queen's got to be careful. I don't disagree with the split of the Queens, because one could kind of get it here in the choke and kind of clump up a little bit. And he is going to have a third. He's got a decent number of Lings for potential surround on these Hellions. It is not going to be anything like Hellbat Marauder. He is going to go into another reactor. And that said, he has another Rax coming stem on the way. Yeah, okay, so it's just a 3-1-1 follow-up. He's just doing some Liberator harass behind this. Interesting play from our Terran player. I don't believe I've ever covered Soon, guys. What's up, Thonzo Donzel? Anal beads are just a room. Wait, what? What is going on in chat here? But what's going on in the gate? We got 6 Lings. Death. Oh my god. Oh, Mamma Mia. As long as I don't see anal beads and Dave Subathon in the chat, then I'm gonna be fine with it. I'll be like, bruh. Alright, we got an Evo chamber and a layer going down for Zerg player. Spore Crawler's gonna pop. This Liberator looks like it's gonna die, because Soon has got a lot of pressure on him. Does take a lot of damage, but narrowly escapes with it. So that I don't really like Liberator opens these days. He cheated with anal beads according to internet rumors. That's why. Oh, God help me. That's all I'm going to say here. It's going to be a nice little Bane bust coming in for Mixu. Mixu is setting up with a 4th base, kind of in a more daring location, but it does help with your creep spread on this map. Of course, Zerg, you want to get that out there, so he's kind of forced to do it, but it does leave you in a kind of an awkward position, potentially. I remember that quite well from this map. Ling's not going to find much value here, but the Bane bust is going to allow the Ling flood in. Do we see the doors get closed? Do the floodgates close on the high ground? No, they're not, but there's a couple Marines here to defend tank and a cut. Well, it's not going to pop out just soon. And this is, well, This is well cleaned up from our Terran player. Only losing 3. Well, he's got some more SCVs going down a bit. But realistically, that's not much of a good trade for our Zerg player, to say the least. He did get some units, though. Getting a couple Hellions, the Liberator, etc. This is the second Liberator, by the way, down here. I forgot to point that out to you. And the Overseer is going to go away on... Oh my gosh, you pinned it by accident. No problem. Oh, dude, you can have fun. It's the Dave stream, Dark Omega. Come on. Not much has changed here over time, other than I'm less drunk. So, let's be real here. It's a lot less drunk, Dave. And that's about it. Banelings, trying to find their way, get a couple good shots. They are going to catch 1 SCV. That was totally worth it, guys, right? 1 SCV for 2 Banelings. Kappa. Terran is pushing out, and there's not a lot back home to defend. The 3 Marines are all that are standing there. Oh, there's 3 more. Well, gonna buy some time, I guess, but all these Marines up here not rallied anywhere, just chilling. Actually, it's a pretty damaged 3rd CC. The natural was healed, but there's a big Marine tank push with a couple of Hellions. Armory gonna finish too, so they can become Hellbats, potentially. But this is a beautiful surround from Mixu. Mixu is... Actually, overall, he's playing pretty darn well. He cleans up 2 of the tanks, and he is going to hold. He has some Danes. He's still getting pressure over here, cleaning up more supply depots. Mixu is playing pretty gosh darn well. A 4 CC going down for a Terran player. Should probably take 1 SCV and start repairing it a bit, because Mixu has no chili. He has 69 workers, guys. That's very nice. 69 drones. Good number, you know? So he has the luck of 69 on his side. Now, are we going to see 420 minerals from soon? That's what he needs to counter it. Actual facts. Yeah, thank you, Dark Omega. True. Dave is El Bruco. Appreciate any Prime sub bits, cheers, donations, and all that stuff. And also, if you want to help out OSC, exclamation mark OSC, bringing us these great tournaments. This is the mid-season playoffs, number 2 of the 2022 stuffs. Great organization. Shout out to Eddie for all the good work he and the team brings us. I've been covering a lot of OSC, and I'm very thankful for that too. So he's been giving Dave the Rising Star stuff for a long time. Now we've even gotten in a Masters Cup, which, by the way, the next set of the playoffs will be on Tuesday, an hour earlier at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I would take Fortnite gift cards and yes. Oh my god, should Dave have beads incentive for his subs? Oh my god. I love it. I've never seen Thorn this trolly, and I love it. Mixu with the burrowed Banes, by the way, and he is going to be on to 2-2 coming up for Melee Carapace, but so is our Terran player, who's been taking a bit of a beating. It is going to get a kill on the hatchery, I believe. Yeah, that was a kill. So soon, though, behind is getting some trades finally, but he's got to do God's work because Mixu is up so much in supply. 86 workers, 98. The army supply is not a surprise. But that said, yeah, soon is in some trouble. That's a slightly damaged planetary. That's a lot of Ling Bane coming from different angles. And he's even got defensive burrowed Banes. I love that! It may have been scouted by those medevacs, but this aggression here probably took Soon's attention away from it. Let's see what happens here to the burrowed Bane. Oh my god, they activate, cleaning up most of the Marines. That was absolutely fantastic play from Mixu. Gotta love it. That's like Zerg's retribution for Widow Mines being a unit in the game. And I can tell you what to say during the cast exactly. But if Fear Dragon made the bot, you know it'd be a bunch of dad jokes. Thorn. Do you really want Fear Dragon jokes all the time? I think I just need to get in full Dave memes. As much as I love Robbie. Bums, how you doing, by the way? Also, I did a poll on Twitter. Okay, so these are played from replay, but these scores are not updated until everything is cast. We saw a 2-1 in favor of Young Yakov versus Mio Micah previously, but soon, and Mixu is ongoing. We'll find out what happens. This is just game number 1. We're already 12 minutes in, and a lot of actions happen. Mixu's maxed out. Mixu going into Seismic Spines, Lurkers. He's going into 3-3 for Melee and Carapace, getting Groove Spines for his Hydras, and he is taking extra bases. Losing that hatch was inconsequential to him earlier, pretty much. He actually has a bank the size of the Bank of Switzerland right here. If that's even a thing. Anyway, my God, this is Ling Bane aggression has been non-stop. Queen's even being pulled out. Maybe a bit of a blunder. I don't think so. Okay, that was a bit of a blunder, but 17 SCVs fell during this Ling run by. And there's still a couple burrowed Lings. Oh, there's one over here, which could potentially become a Bane Ling or just extra damage. There's more burrowed Lings. Burrowed Lings everywhere. Mixu playing like a Chad. I really love this play out of Mixu this game. He is playing like Zerg DTs. Yo, chat, I know you guys are having a great chat. Well, what do you think about this game? This is certainly stuff. 2 burrowed Banes right here. Oh my God, is he gonna do it again? Mixu had the opportunity of the lifetime. Even, oh, look at this. He's so annoying with these burrowed Lings. More and more are getting scouted. Yeah, they're all going to get cleaned up. The Marines are not delay that. A couple more Lings are out. And are there any more in the base? No, they all finally get cleaned up. It's 58 to 85 workers. Not really a position you want to be in. But these Banes and Lings are going to surround this planetary. That is as good as dead with 23 more SCVs. Oh, Orbital even in jeopardy. He's going to try to land an orbital there, but the army's still there for Zerg. Mixu has a slight decrease in the army supply. There's no scans available. I'm pretty sure that Terran Wishing and EMP can reveal burrowed units. You know, that's something to think about there. The burrowed Banes, the burrowed Wings. Mixu is playing like a Chad, burrowing his Hydras, forcing scans when he knows there's not a lot of orbitals. And let's take a look at how many bases he got. He did lose this one, but he's got, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases to 4. Oh, and to make matters worse, the Fungals and the wraparound. Absolutely beautiful play from our Zerg player, Mr. Mixu, coming in hot. Goddamn. And the poll results are in. Should Dave have beat incentives for his subathon? Yes, definitely, of course, probably, no doubt. Thanks. That's like my poll for EPT Asia, which I'm going to show you guys after. Should I cast EPT Asia tonight? And the answers, you want to know what my poll was on Twitter? You guys ready for this? I'm going to show you real quick. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys real quick because if I can find the fucking thing. Well, anyway, the choices were eh and meh for me casting EPT Asia. So guess what? The poll was underwhelming. We had 24 votes on Twitter, so no, I ended it. It ended already. I did it. So it was a few hours ago because EPT Asia's in some hours after this. We'll see how I'm feeling before we're going to smash that ladder button and reclaim a lot of the lost MMR I've lost. We'll see, guys, how we're feeling and how you're liking the cast, and by then, and how I'm holding up as well. Mixu versus Soon, game number 2. And this time we're going on a current ladder map. We are not on Eternal Empire this time. Oh, I don't have the bot running? Shit. Let me get the bot running after this game. Actually, I'll start it up now. Sibba John, thank you for that, because it's going to take a minute. Bear with me. Bot is starting up. We're going to have a little bit of a thing annoying it. Anyway, spawning the bottom left-hand corner. Up a point of Data CD's nuts. Representing Kova Esports, bringing us the burrow. It is our Blue Zerg, Mixu. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Centix. It is Soon in the red, representing Terrans, not going for the cheeky gas first just yet. No, yeah, he's going to open a little more standard this game. We don't see a pull just yet from Mixu, so I think he's going to play an honorable macro ZVT. Yeah, this is the official map of Saucon, Tater Tutor. Tater Tutor is very experienced in going to Saucon. Saucon, these nuts. Anyway. Here we are. The prediction is up. Thank you, Dark Omega. Nice meme. We also have a poll. Thorn. Oh. That makes me smile when we see Thorn having fun here. He's like, all right, I'm modding Dave's stream. We might as well have some fun here. Love the heck out of you guys. And any new people, smash that follow button. Or buy some HelloFresh if you're thinking of it. Only if you're thinking of it, because it's actually pretty good. I did it for Chicken Man. And you can cancel after if you're like, meh. But it starts out at a pretty good deal, to be honest. Oh, a repeat of the Twitter poll. But I might not be feeling it, Thorn. I might not be feeling it, because... And we'll see who's playing. Alright, that said... And thank you guys for the good wishes for... an ESL raid, but I didn't see it coming. They've been doing reruns usually after this point in the tournament. And I just don't think that would happen anyway. Dave's been a bit too much of a memer, and I got a little, we're happy. Tell your friends, bring some people in. We're voting or meh. Thank you, guys. And, well, there is not going to be a drone kill, but we see a link kill. Nice micro from both players. And that drone narrowly lives for now, but it is in jeopardy of going down. No, Queen and the Lynx should scare this Reaper away now. Third hatch goes down at a pretty decent time. Looks like it got a little bit of a delay. We are going to have the reactor factory switch, I'm pretty certain. Is going to be a 1-1-1 again. It is ZVT, of course. You're going to see that more often. No cheeky 2-1-1 out of Soon. And I don't really like 2-1-1s on this map, especially. Full gas pull from Mixu for now. He is going to optimize his droning so well. Let's see if anything was lost. Just 18 minerals for the spore cancel from Mixu. What up, Archons? How you doing, brother? Archons, are you going to join Kirktown or what? We need more people in Kirktown. Yeah. Whew. Dark Omega is going to do it one day. But he's usually too busy simping on Ange. I love memeing on Dark Omega because he knows I'm just breaking his balls. Guys, guess what? Reza would be happy. I hope we get Reza in. We just need to clan tag you. We could do it after these matches. There's a lot of people that can clan tag you on it, actually. Or few, at least. Yeti can, Archons. You're in my Discord, right? You used to be in Legion. You have some other groups. You have invite only to Bing Bong Exports as a meme, which Holden and Benja and a bunch of them, and Acheron's in right now, and Slipjit might be. Slipjit might be on Team Super still. Anyway, but Savages otherwise. They play a lot of not StarCraft. But yeah, we'll get you in Kirktown. All right. You'll be like second party removed from Psystorm Gaming. Okay. And, well, Viking is going to take a lot of damage. Hellions, there's a good amount with the Reaper. And, let's see what's happening here. We do have the Tech Lab. Not enough money just yet. For soon, he's about to be pumping out a big battle cruiser operational. In a bit. Yo, Liberator. Getting chiseled at. With the Liberizzle chisel. My sizzle zizzle Zerg. Alright, it's double battle cruiser. Ooh, this is gonna be potentially pretty rough for Mixu if this goes unscouted. He does have this Overlord over here though. And let's take a look at Mixu's vision. He has not really scouted this. Wait, did he see? Yeah, he saw the fusion core. If he noticed that like he can kind of tell it's a fusion core in production. But if he underestimated it, he might have thought it was an armory, double armory behind this. This is mech, if there ever was mech, but it may just be BC mech. All the way, baby. Third CC gonna go down quite later, to say the least, because you're pumping out all these BCs. But he's gonna be able to make Hellbats. So it's gonna be Hellbat battle cruiser from our Terran player. We do have a Spire coming down from Mixu, which might just be too little too late, but he has, let's see how many coins he's got. 12 coins and some spores. Just one spore at each. He's gonna want to drop some, and this is just a feels bad for Zerg if you can't get it all together, and it depends what the BCs do. He's actually gonna morph them in. So this appears to be pretty obvious mech opener. We're going into Roach and ranged attacks. Oh, the Hellion's actually going to help the fight. Queen's desperately running to try to group up together. The transfuse is being used to keep him alive, but not a single shot has been landed on the battle cruisers. Mixu these nuts. Yeah, he got it. He's got Roach Raptor. He's got everything he's going to need to contend with mech. We're going into vehicle weapons and plating, which means it's going to be a mech transition. But 2 more battle cruisers being popped. There is going to be one Yamato. The Queens can chase this down. The one battle cruiser. I think they're going to escape. The creep spread's decent, but Queens are derped around the pathing of the map, and the rocks are going to block it. They just don't have the range to attack, really. They do get 1 more shot off. 2 more shots off. That's a 5 HP. That's very unlucky for Mixu. Soon is going to try to land his third. He's going to be able to defend us with even more battle cruisers. And it's going to be a bunch of Hellions for Hellbats. Upgrades coming, but ranged attacks coming quicker for Mixu. He is going into that Roach Rav army for sure. He has metabolic boost for his Lings. Carapace is a waste of time, but I don't hate seeing a double Evo if you can get in that position to go for melee attacks as Zerg too, because you can get some pretty chonkin Zerglings for some of the other units, depending on what type of mech it goes into, especially tanks. Ooh, the Ravagers trying to land some vials, but the Corruptors have arrived. We don't see any +1 ship weapons, flyer attacks from our Zerg. We don't see ship weapons either for Terran because he's still researching those slow mech upgrades. Repairs trying to go down. Oh, GG is called, and Mixu plays a picture-perfect 2-0. What a phenomenal player. Maybe he's a little upset from some of the outcomes and some things, but Mixu actually happens to be a Zerg player I am a big fan of. Prediction results are in. It's Mixu, baby. Boy Scout, how you doing? Slow transition. Mixu actually read that like a book, and he had a lot of queens. He still had some behind it. So he's able to fend off the first 2 BCs. And very good stuff. All right, next matchup. You guys are going to like this one. We got a little TVT, but a good one. It's Spirit. It's Botvinnik versus Spirit. I'm gonna put it up for Spirit versus Botvinnik. We're gonna take a minute to catch up with you guys here. You just got a 500 point correct prediction. Oh yeah, that's 500 more points. You can roll me with TTS or whatever we change stuff to in the future to fund things otherwise. I'll be honest, I better get my Adobe stuff in. I gotta see if I need to cancel for a month. I just thought about that. I should have probably did that. Because I haven't been doing any drawing because you guys won't let me. And I just planned to start working in Premiere. All right. Are you guys ready for Spirit versus Botvinnik? And I know this, I wrote down Spirits. Jesus Christ. Spirit's drinking on the job here. I blame it on him for all of his amazing Terran micro. Totally wasn't a Freudian slip, I swear, Dark Omega. I see that laugh. I see that laugh for Boris too coming up. I said Spirits. Well, anyway. I don't know if he's in good spirits this game. Spotting the upper right-hand corner of Data C, representing Platinum Heroes. It is our blue Terran player, Botvinnik. I'll take a shot, please. Bartender, good stuff. And his opponent in the bottom left. Give it up for Kaiser Esports, Spirit. Fun fact, Spirit is a younger guy, and he certainly wasn't playing in Wings of Liberty. He actually won the Wings of Liberty $1,000 tournament we had when I hosted that in 2021. Thanks to Filthy Rake, we had a young man actually do it. He was beating old pros at the time. Rough played in it, special, a whole mess of people from back in the day. And Spirit actually won. He actually figured out how to play the older, earlier, slower start, and everybody was having nostalgia, but then realizing in all the ESL chat, they're like, you know, the game was so much better back then. Be honest, Chicken Man and I casted, and we had the replays sent to folks like Pig and Loco and such, and they're like, man, you know, the pace of these games are just so damn slow now. It's actually kind of painful to watch in some cases. When you look by relativity of what actually is going on, it's just a lot of nostalgia for people at different times. New game, patches happen. It was the Wild West, especially we did it on the first release patch. That said, that was all about Spirit, by the way. Pretty standard TVT opener from both. They're playing it safe, kind of like when you do a double gate, double gas for Protoss. It's the same thing. It's just going to be... I don't know, we'll see what the builds are, but it's a same opener. Oh. Man, it's good to see some of you guys back. Dark Omega's been coming back from time to time. Boris is back from his vacation. Boy Scout's been hanging out lately. Maj T. The thorn in my side, Thorn, with his pulls about anal beads. Oh my god. And the rest of you, Tater Tutor getting timed out earlier for memes. I love it. I love it. Alright, it's gonna be a Tech Lab opener for our Terran player, Botvinnik. Gonna get set up in a pretty standard TVT opener. Doesn't look like that's gonna be the immediate case for Spirit. He's going Reapers and Hellions potentially. But he may just open with 2 Reapers and a Hellion at first. And hit that Tech Lab button. And that's what he's going to do, getting the starport down. He might go right into a... it's potential. He's going to probably go Cyclone Raven, but we'll see. Spirit does break out the cheeky Banshee play sometime. We already see the Cyclone coming out for Botvinnik. So I'm thinking this could potentially be Banshee play. No, he's going to the reactor? Is he going Vikings? What is this madman doing? Is he going for fast stim? No, he's keeping Hellion production up. He's going Concussive Shell Marauder. What the hell? Spirit with the cool builds. Hey, thanks for the follow, Winchester Techno. Are you from Winchester, by the way? Techno. All right. It's going to be a Marine tank opener from Botvinnik. Cool stuff. Like, that's his follow up to this. He's got a safety Cyclone, etc. Yeah, this is weird shit. This is a really strange TBT. Yeah. Funnily enough, this map, I don't know if you guys realize, I mentioned Wings of Liberty. This reminds me of, I can't remember which map we had in the pool, but this actually does. Yeah, giddy up. Okay, we're gonna have 2 Concussive Shell Marauders with Hellions going on a Raven follow-up behind this. We don't see a cheeky armory, so I don't know why in God's name would you go Hellbats at this point in TBT. But Concussive Shell Marauder is going to jump on the tank with the Hellions. Actually going to out-DPS this nice micro from Spirit. Spirit is just such a great micro base player. His macro is obviously insane. But goddamn, he's gonna get a huge push in here, catching a bunch of SCVs, catching him off guard, but he's gonna take a lot of damage from the auto turret. Is fighting into the Marines, going into that mineral line. The Spirit just end it here practically. Let's see what kills he gets with the remaining Hellions. The push is about over, but my god, he's killed 18, 19, and counting SCVs. Luckily doesn't catch the rest, but it's now 19 to 39 workers in favor of Spirit, going to take a 3rd CC on location. He knows his opponent doesn't have that much, but still he should have taken it on the high ground. It's TVT, people. Let's be real here, folks. It is TVT. We got some Vikings. We got tanks coming from Spirit, who is somehow ahead in army supply still. He's going to push out with a Raven and a Cyclone. Raven from Botvinnik has no energy because he's a turret, but he's going to go in to try to get a little counter attack, get a little auto turret, dropping potentially some SCV kills. But the Raven and the Cyclone, he is going to be able to target this supply depot. Or as the French call it, supply depot. I don't know, I never learned French. Gene Sim's going to give me shit in Saito, but that's okay. Maybe he didn't hear it. I'm only teasing. Anyway, auto turret only gets 2 workers and lost mining time, but that Raven is in jeopardy from these 2 Vikings. He should have just flown it the heck out of there just in case. But I think we're going to see a potentially dead Raven, which is very expensive trades. 6 workers did fall for Spirit in total. Cyclone does get the tank, which is very unlucky, and the auto turret actually leading the charge. Marines don't have stim anytime soon. To be honest, he's just on a reactor. But there is a 3rd CC done. And it's an orbital for Botvinnik. Botvinnik could probably safely land this if he gets in position, though he doesn't have much army. Because Spirit obviously retreated with those units. He saved the Raven too. I'd like to see him land this, but he's just getting that saturation up with SCV production. Going to go into 3 racks behind it. More Ravens, more tanks. The Raven actually came in a little clutch with just a little bit of CV pressure. So it's starting to normalize a bit, except for the faster stem. The army supply, though, is leading pretty well for Spirit over Botvinnik. But Botvinnik has a chance. He did get that orbital earlier, but Spirit was already down here mining with the first couple workers, dropped a meal or 2, and even going to repair his units. So it's going to be an uphill battle for Botvinnik, but he does have a shot. He is the underdog of the 2 monster players still. We'll see what happens. Gotta love Canada, America's top hat. True. The French from France, like Todd. So he pronounced it just like you. Oh, dude, it's fine. I'm only memeing. Gene Sim. fun fact, one of the first people, before I knew anybody in the StarCraft scene of notoriety, was Zuka. Speaking of the French. And he was a hell of a guy. Oh, man. Depot de Ravitaillement? Yeah, see, I can't even pronounce French stuff right. My brother took French. He actually took a trip to France when he was of college age. Which is kind of cool. Alright, speaking of France, Spirit's moving in here like Napoleon. And, well, that said, SCVs kill off the tank. Not a great start. Spirit, well, actually, yeah, he's got these Vikings. He's got air superiority, now ground superiority, and GG is called. Spirit takes it in 9 minutes. The souple do not lay. Big true. Anyway, we will be moving on. To game number 2. Now, I found a funny as heck post that I'm going to show you guys right now because it has nothing to do with anything. But I thought it was actually was from Ruff. But when does this happen? And I had to reply to this. I just got to show you real quick. This is from Ruff. And of all people, I was not expecting to see this one from. It's quite good. It's quite good. When does this actually... When you see a cat and a lizard just chilling like that, when does that actually happen, folks? Before we go into game 2, I'm going to start doing this from time to time. We're going to bring in something totally random in between. Also weird that it's named after Fear Draken. What's named after Fear Draken? You like it? Yeah, exactly. I did too. I was like, that is actually kind of a cute little post. But interesting choice of pets. Oh, it happens when you both have an iguana. Oh, Fear Dragon. I got you guys. That is true. Minder's glass. Depot de Ravi. Haha, we gotta make a post about that. That's good. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out, representing Platinum Heroes. It is Botvinnik, who's certainly not Platinum, in the blue. And his opponent in the upper right going for a proxy 2-racks. Get it for Kaiser Esports Spirit. Wouldn't be a TVT without a proxy 2-racks. Let's be honest, we got a little cheese here in game number 2. Pretty standard cheese for TVT, but quite obviously what it is. And, well, yep, they're going to be, if they're stacked right together, it's not going to be the plot twist one. It's just going to be Reapers. Single gas so far from Spirit. And Botvinnik opening pretty standard. He's going to go for a little Scouterino. Is he just going to follow the path to check the other side? I believe he will. So far, well done by Spirit. Doing it in the triangle third right to the face. It's weird because he's a Protoss. True. Fear Dragon do be a Protoss. But is he though? He's a cannon rusher. The SCV is going to scout. And Spirit going to go scout Botvinnik. Is he going to get a try to get a bunker up? That would be interesting, but there'd be a Reaper out already. I love you. Yo, smart Asian guy. Thank you.
Smart Asian guy donated $1. Gumiho for life.
Thank you, smart Asian guy. You know I'm out of work right now, and it's actually getting tougher and tougher by the bit. So appreciate it. And that is a good point. Gumiho for life. There's going to be no Gumiho today, unfortunately. Unless we do EPT Asia later. which we had a poll on, and maybe he will be there, but who knows? With GSL been going on and stuff, Gumiho has actually been playing quite well. So that said, he's had some good standings. Well, Le Bomb does drop the Marines and Reapers here. We're just gonna see more Reapers coming out. We are gonna have a Hellion finally, and let's see here. It's just 2 Marines, a Reaper, and a Hellion. Another Marine gonna be out to join the fight against this. But guess what? The Jabate Reapers going in the front line. There is no wall here. There's enough units that things get sloppy because there's enough grenades to make it even more sloppy. Continued our Reaper production behind us from Spirit, who's now on 2 gases and getting his factory down behind us. I will say, Mamma Mia. Okay, he's going to use one of the barracks for scouting, the other to go return home. And we do have a tech lab coming on that factory, of course, from Mr. Spirit, who's going to take a CC. CC's quite delayed for Botvinnik, so he actually has had a tough time with this. He's going to get a barracks for his troubles, potentially. Still a lot of Reapers. 3 Hellions and a Reaper with 4 Marines could take it out, but it's just hard with some of the units, particularly the Marines, to deal with this. Is going to go for a high ground CC. No, he's taking it out location. He's got enough to defend this. Here, the Medevac certainly going to help and potentially give him some micro potential for the Reaper defense, and maybe even a pickup and afterburn up if he needs to for the Marines. These Reapers are going to go ham in the main base. There's a supply block, and if they go in and catch this, that could be up. The supply block's about to be fixed as 7 SCVs fall, and he is not feeling too good. Spirit is ahead and workers somehow, even with all this aggression. Well, he's just low committal. It's just Reaper production. The Reapers finally do get cleaned up behind this. We do have a Cyclone Viking follow-up. However, the entire army supply is reset. The barracks is going to scout the push potentially, but you know what? I think these Marines are going to get it on fire at least, and they could even join the front lines. Not a lot to defend. A Cyclone, there's going to be a couple Cyclones out. The siege tank going to be more of a problem, but we need more units than this to deal with 2 Cyclones. Botvinnik is not really paying attention. If the Marines were all grouped up here with this okay, the Medevac may help, but the tank is coming. It's going to be Cloak Banshee follow-up from Spirit, which is actually going to be quite good in this situation. We're just getting another tech lab going down for... Well, no, actually, that's for Spirit. Actually, Cloak Banshee's from Botvinnik. I don't hate that, really. There is a Viking, right, which is obviously helpful against this Medevac. But truthfully, okay, how's this tank going? Oh, Marines do live. Do they get some heal before it goes down? The Medevac ultimately does fall, but you know what? We're gonna see some counter damage from our blue Terran player, forcing a lot of lost mining time, taking fights into the SCVs. The Cloak Banshee coming in clutch, and guess what? Mules were dropped. Cloak's not quite done. Can it survive until Cloak is here? It is. And is he gonna clean up the two Cyclones? He does. Siege tank makes its way over, but it does find very underwhelming damage. The Banshee is gonna clean up the siege tank. 14 workers fell for Spirit. He's still ahead on workers. He does have a scan coming up soon. And guess what? The Viking is out. But guess what? The Banshee made it out just in time. Oh, another scan was available. But that's a lot of lost mining time. Botvinnik is insanely down on workers. He's committed to a 1 base all-in, canceling the CC because he knows he's got to get a lot of work done. If he kills this orbital, I guess that's his best point of contention. He's going into another Banshee, though. And this is where stuff gets dicey. There's a high ground tank. And, well, he's got to change his position. He is forcing lost mining time, though, still. But he went to a 1 base all-in. This is not looking good for Botvinnik as it goes on, I think, unless he can get some serious crazy work done. But I don't know. This is where I don't like the Cloak Banshees. There's a Raven out now, too, with the 1 Viking alone can take that out. And only plain Jane and non-combat shield Marines going. What up, Flood Advisor? Put your in-game sounds to French. I actually did that with Italian one day. What up, Yeti? All right, chat. Dave with the shout-outs to his friends. and the mid-season playoffs, just like normal. And Boris, I've done it too. I might actually set it to Italian again. It scared some of the languages, like the units and the heroes and the announcers, sound absolutely frightening. But it takes up a lot of space to add a whole language pack. I realized when I did it with Italian to try it. I was watching Rainer and I got inspired, and my dad made some good lasagna. Anyway, that is one dead Banshee. Bopanik is all the hell in. And yeah, he's going to get some good damage, but the auto turret and the 2 siege tanks, second one on the high ground, going to finish up. GG. And Spirit is just too good. He is going to take game number 2. And that concludes our second series. Very well done. Oh, PAX is going on too? Wait, what's actually going on there?
Am I?
I didn't realize that. I would have planned this differently.
Blew your mind.
Hey, oh my
Wheelchair
god, 47 is
_mafia
gifting
just
5
subscribed.
subs. Holy heck and heck, wait till you see the sub goals if you stick
Am
around
I?
later.
Or am
Thank
I
you so much for
sane
the
that
5
you just
gifted.
blew your mind?
Artist
Get here, just
47 is.
subscribed.
Guess who made this, by the way, guys? That's 47 is. Thank
Am
you,
I?
brother.
Or am I so sane that you just blew your mind?
Gosu Haku SC2 just subscribed.
Very, very thankful for that.
Am I? Or am I so
Our next
sane
one
that you just blew your mind?
Lhasa KKK
It's going to be
just
Spear versus
subscribed.
Poppy. Thank you so much. Talking about different region
Am I?
ones. It's
or am
still
I
going.
so sane that you just
Let's
blew
go.
your mind?
No problem. He's
Bruce
got the long
_
cock.
Thrillist just subscribed.
This is the month I'm subbed to nobody because unless they're gifted, because I did have a boo-boo because of things. And my friends know why. Some people get a little salty about that. I'm like, brah, I'm out of work. Question mark? So anyway, it's Poppy versus Spear. Spear versus Poppy. Let me just copy pasta this, and we're going to be updated on the screen for the VOD and for you guys who come in between. That was a pretty quick TVT series anyway. Didn't go into any Turtle Fest late game. And honestly, guys, I hate to admit it. One of the best series I covered was Steadfast on Tuesday for DreamHack Regionals was Hero Marine versus Battlebee. And honestly, it's the first time I've ever seen in StarCraft where literally Battlebee lost the game because he didn't research, he forgot to research Corvid Reactor in a very long, very late game TBT, but it was definitely scrappy. Very crazy stuff. Hey, what up, Smart Agent Guy and Special Agent Moore? Yeah, we are close to a scam train, I'm sure. Timing of things, I don't know at Twitch. If we are, thank you guys so much. Thank you, 47ers, especially. That's 2-based. And anyway, it is Spear versus Poppy. Moving on to game number 1. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Data C. Representing in FS, it is Poppy. He's changed teams from Platinum Heroes. It's I forgot what it is. It stands for. I don't know. I remember a lot of teams, but I forget. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Team NV, it is Spear. Our Red Terran player. Purple Poppy and Mr. Spear. What a broken matchup. Don't even get me started, Special Agent Mueller. Any Tiger owners with some extra cash? Why do they have to be Tiger owners? I mean, you know. Any Mega Millions or Powerball winners that come into chat, you know, feel free. Feel free to support full-time Dave Streamer. And I'll write my letter to work after time. Dear work, I'm breaking up with you. You wanted to fire me anyway. So I took a medical leave. Anyway. Liger owners? Yeah. Ligerman will probably be here at some point. Maybe he will. It's been a minute since I saw my boy Ligerman. One of 3 people I've met from StarCraft in real life. Anyway, that said, it's a little cheeky opener from our Terran player in the meta. But still, I still call it cheeky, whether you guys want to admit it or not. But if you have beautiful defense, like we saw Trigger versus Migs earlier, all my Terran friends are going to be like, Dave, that's just wrong. I love the shit out of Migs, and I'm going to hope you him. Dude, he's been playing so well. I always like underdogs moving on up, but he's also the only NA Terran representation. But when he's playing against Trigger, that's just Kirktown. Trigger's actually, I think he's still in Kirktown. A lot of people have left. Special's no longer in Kirktown, so I don't know. I don't know, Juanito. He's still my buddy, but... Oh yeah, we got a game going on. Totally forgot. I mean, I'm observing it for you, but we're not doing a whole lot of talking. Reaper gonna greet the Adept, or is the Adept gonna greet the Reaper? Came first. Well, the Adept shot first. Shots were fired. Reaper takes a little bit of damage, but it's inconsequential. It is a Reaper. Reaper is gonna dance around here. Whoa. How's my obs work, by the way, guys? Fun fact is we're in. Appreciate some feedback on that. I'm just curious, because I didn't do any obs for DreamHack, but I know sometimes my mouse jumps in a corner. That's just my desk. Yeah, this shield battery's kind of, I'd say it could be valuable in the future, but isn't going to help too much. But, oh, it would against the Hellions, but not going to in this case. The Adept and the Stalker are going to save this beautiful defense from Poppy. Poppy is a very good player here, but Spear, obviously, from Team Envy, also a good one. You know, it's funny. Nobody notices because you're watching through Twitch. I don't know. People sometimes will comment on casters with it. If Thorn's still here, he sure as hell would. I know what you mean, though, Boris. The legendary Boris. What? I'm saying about my... I said, how's my obs work overall? I'm going to start pulling the regulars and people coming in. I can see things and stuff, so salad obs based. All right. I thought I'd work on something cool for my intro. I think Chicken Man has the coolest one with the... I can't even do it because he's... You know, whatever he does with it. You know, anyway. So we just do some pretty plain Jane stuff. It's good, question mark? There's video? All right, so... You guys have proven to me that you're such the best chat that you have lowered expectations. Alright, there's a Hellion running around here. And that's why I like you guys, too. You've been beaten and bullied in life, and you're mostly all getting older. Most of you, anyway. Like Dave. So you're like, eh. It's good enough. G motherfucking E, as my friend Sheila would say. What up, Nate Diggity? Nate Diggity Diggity Goo. Alright. We do have it pretty standard time in 311, but no eBay done just yet. Whoa, actually, this looks like it's an all-in. It could potentially be. It could be just a delayed third CC. Usually that's always the case, but this looks like a very big setup for a 2-base push from Spear. Which we see a lot of these days, but can Poppy hold after? He's just got Blink. Oops, we imagine the production tab. He is going into charge. He has 6 gates coming. Kind of a later charge, though. He's going into Storm. Okay. We see Max Packs going to Storm a lot lately, but Poppy kind of taking it out. He just gets a little later than I would have hoped for that charge. Guess what, though? It's a Marine with one Marauder medevac going into the main base, and Pylon's going to scout it, but there's nothing here. The shield battery might help a little, considering there's some army units. Oh, actually, it's enough to scare Mr. Spear away. Spear not going to find the value. Nice attempt, though. Nice try, but better luck next time. Okay, the Marine Marauder Raven push. No tanks. Usually you see these pushes with tanks coming out, but interesting choice from Spear. Just a Raven. He's going with stem. He's going to have concussive finish. But what is off again is that +1 infantry weapons is not there. However, this is going to be certainly more of a significant push. Okay, we got auto turret potential. There's going to be no real power units for a Protoss player other than the High Templar. And he does have Storm, but they're not actually tanky, beefy units. No Immortals. It's just Gateway Man tech. 3 workers have fallen so far. Some damage. The pylon goes down. No supply block. Army supply in favor of Spear, actually. Not surprisingly, he's their Terran player. Then we get a juicy Storm. We do. Medevac in jeopardy, too. It all gets cleaned up. But the Raven says, nope. I'm out of here, bitches. I like our former GM Slipchip, old man Slipchip. Nah, Slipchip's still a baby. Slipchip's alternate name is Fetus Marine. Thorn. But as you know, I love covering Slipchip and Acheron matches. I think we need another one day. Another best of 7 of Slipchip and Acheron. I might set up some from different people. All right. Well, pretty well deflected by Poppy. He's got a little later 4th base, but all things considered, just for the style. In my eyes, it's a little later because of the style. But he's at a good amount of workers, so he can pump out units. He's got a good gateway count. He's going into his first robotics bay. He's going to have double robo Colossi production into disruptors, probably. He might just go right into disruptors if he's going heavy blink stalker. But we'll see. I think it's just going to be right into double Colossi. Extended thermal lance as soon as he has the money for it after the second Colossi. No, before the second Colossi. And we're going to have 1-1 in research. +2 infantry weapons. What? Hold the phones. It's not +1 armor. It's +2 infantry weapons for our Terran player. So he wants to pack a little bit more of a punch, but his units are going to be a little softer to the Protoss player. We'll have +1, so that advantage on the armor upgrade is going to be nullified a bit, but the ground weapons are going to be more impactful to the Terran army, especially from the Colossi on the Marines, etc. Got an Archon out. We do have enhanced shockwave being researched for our Terran player. Spear looking pretty scary, but Poppy has the larger army supply. And scouts another drop. Widowmine's in a cloak. He could actually blink right on top of this medevac, truthfully. And he's going to. And does it go down? It does. Widowmine does activate. Catches only 1 zealot. There is an armory down, though, it would appear. Actually, yeah. Just confirming. Because, yeah, obviously it is. Because he had +2 infantry weapons going into +1 infantry armor. Second eBay going to... I like when they go into a second eBay where the upgrade... whatever. Words, folks. Gotta live with them. You know? Oh, Widowmine again being a nuisance. Doesn't find anything super juicy. Oh, but this one does! And the Warp Prism's leading the charge with 2 High Templar in it. It's badly damaged. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Very clutch feedback. Another clutch feedback. That was not a landed EMP. That was a storm. We need a storm on the workers. We get a storm on the workers. Do we get another storm? No. Oh, and the damage. The Protoss army falls. Spear now in an insane army supply lead, but he does lose the planetary zealots Getting a lot of work done on workers, though. Spear economically kind of fucked. But he has this massive army together. Oh, a very high Marauder count with 2 Liberators. It's got some Colossi out, some Zealots. And the Liberators were scouted, so I'd like to see something in preparation for that. But I think we're just going to see some need of preparation H. There's not a lot of Stalkers to contend with the Liberators. And obviously Storm takes quite a while when you first warp in fresh. High Templar. Oh, we're going to have it's a juke. Only 3 Stalkers to defend the drop. Do they get some of it? No. Photon Cannon going to be a little bit of a nuisance for a minute, but there's so much bio in this push. And the other group down here, there's just too much Terran. The Colossi chilling on the cliff. Is it going to pick off the Marines? Oop, it's targeting the Marauders. Spear should pull some of this. He needs to use the Disruptors. Does he land one? Oh, juicy Purification Nova. And actually, Spear is taking lesser fights right here. Got 28 workers for his troubles, but still, that's a 4-base Protoss to a now just going back to 4-base Terran player. And Poppy holds. Poppy not rushing to clean. Okay, there it goes. Doesn't clean the Liberator so fast, but still, very good stuff. 4th base going down for... I don't know. I lost track of what the fuck was going on after all that. Just... We're having a brain fart. Anyway. And let's hope for a COVID negative test soon. Feeling a lot better here. Copa. Ooh, nice cleanup on this 4cc from Poppy. Spear pushing in with a little bit of a force. Oh no, the boys pull. They're all gonna die. I see the decision, but the position in the army, and that was just a knee-jerk reaction from our Protoss player. But there's a drop in the main Nexus falling, the 4th falling for Protoss. So Protoss is all in, loses the Disruptor, has a lot of Zealots, has a lot of Stalkers, and in 1 Archon in the base race. No Warp Prism again. 2 High Templar are... that was a very unlucky situation. We're about to be down to 1 Nexus for our Protoss player. The base race. He doesn't have any probes out. And, oh, he does. He can actually build somewhere. Okay, we're seeing stuff drop everywhere. Liberators are out. Advanced Ballistics was researched. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. How many Liberators are out? Only 1. That's going to be helpful. We do see an orbital fall. How many bases are left for Terran? Just this 1 orbital. He blinks down. I think he's going to be able to kill the orbital, and game is on. 400 minerals for Poppy. 700 from Spear. He's... What? Where did that come from? Maybe he was just mining at the end. Somehow got some of this, and a lot of this production's being cleaned up for both players. I'd like to see the canceled Colossi. That could buy him time, but he can set up a base somewhere. Probably down here would be his best shot for minerals. He's going to take... Well... Spear has rebuilt his base and wait. Has not rebuilt his base. Okay. So Spear has lost it all. He's got his workers. He's got money. Actually, does he have money? No. Yep. He dropped it. So both players have secured their bases. But we're going to see 100% tech loss for Protoss. But we do see 2 starports, 3 barracks. And again, Liberators could be a problem. The last of the tech falling for the almighty Protoss. There's an observer on top of this, however. And not a thing could be... Well, actually, a ghost, if it sees it, could kill it. That observer is money. Army supplies in favor of Spear. What do we have for Protoss left? A lot of charged lots. I believe just 1 High Templar. Let's double check that. An Archon and 10 Stalkers. The 2 Ghosts, 2 Liberators, 5 Medevacs, 12 Marauders. And potential for production from Terran when things... Ooh, even this pylon going down is very rough for Poppy, who has a total of... Yeah, it's about to drop. Rest in pepperonis. Okay, we have some lazy workers. Hello, you 5 workers. What you doing? What you doing, boys? And wait.
Am I? Or am I
Archons.
so sane that you just blew your mind?
Thank you for 17 months.
1 small step for man and 1 giant step for Kirktown.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We'll get you into Kirktown here tonight. Just hang around. If you have to get going after, I can do it between these, and we will Kirktown you on stream even. Thank you so much, Archons, for the 17 months. I think I'm something like 27 months in since I've been Twitch affiliate. And I'll never be partner. Which is okay. But, G, 1G, 2Gs, GG. A double GG split apart. Yes. I love how I have an actual artist like in the G. Yes. I love it. Wardy has some pretty good emotes too. When I get working again, if I get my life together and we don't totally derail here, 47th, I thought about it. It's gonna take me a while. I think rather than emotes, I might want to work with you on some things for the stream. We'll be moving on to game 2 in a minute. Is that a DT or a High Templar? That's a Zealot, I think. I believe that is a Zealot, and it's totally not my picture, but I had to find something that worked out for stuff. All right, who wants to go on to game numero dos? Huh? Anybody? You know, a Tel Darim High Templar actually makes it a High Templar because it's all stoned on Terrazine. Fun fact. And who won that game? Was that Poppy? Guys, I forgot. Was that Poppy? I was too busy goofing off there. I think it was who folded because the CC wasn't built. I forgot. Chat, correct me when you guys see it after. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out from NFS, it is Poppy in the purple. And his opponent in the upper right. Oh, it's Spear. Yeah, Poppy kind of threw those stalkers away, but he could have won. That was a debate from Spear. He never finished his CC. Oh yeah, I melted at the end. I know, I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's my sinuses and my old madness. Okay, Poppy bringing out the spice. He's going for a proxy right off the rip. Right off the rip, the Protoss is going to cheese. It's going to be against the 1-1-1. We're going to have a Zealot opener. We're going to go right to core. I prefer going the 2-gate. You cut a little bit. You go core before. Core before. Can you believe I forgot that already? Thank you guys for updating me on the points. A little embarrassing, but nah, I've done more embarrassing things. This is happenings. Anyway, Poppy does what appears to be a gate scout, kind of. So nothing too crazy. He has an idea what's happened. Actually, let's take a look in his map vision. Yeah, he got in. He only saw one of the gas. Oh, he wasn't in range enough to see the 2 gases. That's what it was. He wanted to keep the probe alive and get out before the second supply depot was in. That was the case, but unfortunately, he doesn't have the full information of what our Terran player is up to. Cybercore is going to finish. First Stalker starting out very aggressively. It's going to be a reactor opening from Spear. Behind it is a factory hidden way up top. Rallied down to the net. And it could be a Widow Mine. See if Spear's, Poppy's going for, or Spear rather, is going for a Hellion or a Widow Mine. But now that he sees the Zealot, oh no, it's the single Marathon man coming behind this. But guess what? Stalker's going to come in to save the day, but you know what? That's going to be a dead Zealot anyway. Bunker going down. Spear now knows he's being cheesed. Oh, the Adept unfortunately shades his pass that there's nothing in defense back home for our Protoss player. He didn't build a battery. Usually in those cases, I like to keep the Adept back. Usually want to keep the Adept back, in my opinion, if you don't drop a shield battery, if you're pumping out units to contend with the Reaper. And yes, you lose a few units in the front line. But that said, it depends. It's going to be right into a tank. That tank's going to finish soon. But you know what else is going to finish soon? Some SCV kills before the tank's out, I think, potentially. Oh, they're going to go in. How are they going to start getting some SCVs? The Stalkers and the Adept are going to clean up some of this. Reaper does come back, which is going to be a bit annoying. The tank has tipped his hat, and I think that's about all the damage that can be done for the moment. Wait, the tank is actually fighting. Hello? Stalkers and the Adept going to try to kill this. Target firing a couple more SCVs for their troubles. A little bit of missed micro from Poppy causes, but I don't know. He should have just sieged before, but the wall is going to be breached. You know what I wouldn't hate to see? Some Adepts. Because if you're this earlier on, the Nexus just going down. 7 SCVs killed, though. It's kind of rough. Spear's now way behind economically, but he's going to have an army. He's going to have some tanks. He's got a little bit of a SCV with some medical condition right there, torquing out. You know? Don't you know, eh? Oh, man. See all that time with Steadfast, guys. Now I feel more Canadian. No, there's anything wrong with that. You know, I live in upstate New York. It's not that difference, but yeah, hoser. I think I brought that up even. Oh, this is going to be some tied up money for Poppy. He should have canceled that Stalker right there. Isn't supply blocked at least. It's going to get a shield battery up, but again, it's going to be a big push. It's going to be a pretty standard one base now from... I don't hate this from Spear as a reaction. He lost enough, and he knows his Protoss opponent is probably macroing behind it. So he's going to get... Oh, no, the Reaper. We don't even have Warp Gate done, folks. That's a problem. And the Stalkers are going to find this army. They're already a little bruised and battered. And this Reaper is going to be annoying. Oh, no. Wait, what? The A move on the assimilator. Mistakes were made. And this Reaper is in a lot of trouble. However, I think Poppy is now in a lot of trouble. I think this was a bit of a blunder. It's a move even I like to do. That early proxy gate aggression can delay your warp gate a ton. If you go into a robo especially. I think mistakes were made. None of the units traded out for Spear so far. And again, these Stalkers are basically glass cannons in the front, especially, well, in the back now. This is where you want them, but Mortal is out. Warp gate has finished. He's going into blank. There's going to be a bunker down as well. Definitely a one base all in from Terran. And honestly, I think he can do it. Oh, the pylon and the batteries are in jeopardy. Guess what? There's going to be 2 more attempted to come down for our Polish Protoss. Oh, it's double pylon. Yeah, they're still in range of the most forward-facing tank. At least the 2 pylons are very unlucky. Adept's going to try to shade out, be annoying, keep our Terran player off guard a little bit. Stalker's going to target fire the Liberator. Immortal's just dying to the Liberator and tanks. This looks like GG. 0 army supply, and Spear ruthlessly counters with an, you know, without cheese there. What up, Flapjack? Steadfast made me Canadian, true. You're going up to Ontario in 3 weeks? Don't you know? I mean, honestly, I'll admit it. I watch enough Steadfast. I hang out with Jerkat enough in Discord from time to time. I watch a lot of Up a Tree. I thought Sale was from upstate New York. No shitting you when I first watched him, but then I'd hear certain things that come out. I go, oh, okay, I can hear the Canadian in him a little bit. When I first watched Sale, and I had no idea where he was from. As a case, so Spear ruthlessly wins a 2-0 in our second series, or third series, fourth series, wherever we're at. It's our 4th series. I am shot. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave has left the building. We're going on to Han Mono versus Beastork. This should be a spicy one. Han Mono versus Beastork. What if Diablo were the RTS and StarCraft the ARPG? That would be interesting, Gravy and Biscuit. Bizarro World. Like, thered be like... Walternate. There'd be like the Bizarro World Dave Testa. You know, a working life tryhard. Actually, I kind of used to be a bit. And, you know, never touched a cigarette in my life. Never used bad language and all that. And then you'd have like a chain smoking alcoholic steadfast in a Bizarro World. Something like that. I think that's what I could picture. Yeah, Spirit versus Botvinnik was casted just before Thorn. Didn't I do that? Yeah, I did do Spirit versus Botvinnik. These have been flying by pretty quick. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. Now you're messing with me because of my memory today, goddammit. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Moondance, not Moonwalk. From Nautilus, it is a Beastork. Our pink Protoss player. And his opponent in the upper left, give it up for Prep Esports. On Mono in the red. Oh, you missed it, Thorn? Well, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be a VOD. It'll be on YouTube, too. I'll highlight this. Guys, we're going to have a continued stream after. I'm not ending stream. You guys know me. Unless I have to add a 2-minute delay for EPT Asia, which, to be honest with you, we kirked it up again last night after stream, and I regret that a bit, but we're doing one better today than yesterday. Chat voted on EPT, but I'll be honest, I might feel like laddering, which we'll see how that goes. We'll see how this finishes in the time frame too, because that's in 2 hours. Bahan Mono Beastork could be a pretty quick series. It's another proxy from our Protoss player in game 2. Bahan Mono, you know him. He likes to cheese the Protoss. So he probably's already going in for cheeky play. Going from 1-1-1, but he has some interesting builds. And this could go either way pretty quickly. Zealot is going to be an opener again. But there is a Reaper already rallied across the map from Beastork. I like to see cheeky pathing with the Zealot. I think that's usually the play. Different timing from Beastork than our previous game. Oh, he doesn't get the pylon where he wants it. Usually you do that, and that makes Terrans mauled. That forces the Reaper back a bit if you get that block there. But that was a nice micro from Beastork. Well, Han Mono, actually. That Reaper came in clutch. The Zealot gets ignored. And there's going to be 2 Stalkers chronoed out, both at the same time. Second Stalker at the main base is going to defend against the Reaper for now. Zealots and Stalkers coming out. It's high ground CC. It's going to be a Widow Mine to maybe indefinitely defend this. Actually, not indefinitely. Reactor is getting started here. Well, we're starting to see some SCV losses. Honestly, if the Zealot is used as cannon fodder for the Widow Mine, that could be the game changer. Yeah, and that's the case. The Zealot's nice to chisel away at this, but it bought time. Using it as cannon fodder means there is potential, which doesn't happen in this case, for... Oh, he's targeting the pylon. The pylon could be used for warping, so that's actually something you kind of got to do. The command center is actually going to be a nuisance. Widow Mine does take some shots, but it's burrowed. Ooh, nice micro from Beastork. Widow Mine's coming in. Reaper Grenade going to help out a bit. The 3 Stalkers have to fight for their lives. They're going to fight for the right to party in the main base of Han Mono. Han Mono trying to fix this. This has got to be very carefully executed from Beastork, but he's kind of doing it, folks. There's the tech lab finishing up in the factory, but it's going to take a while for a tank. There's 2 Widow Mines still out, and the cheeky position 1 from Han Mono right there isn't going to catch the Stalkers as they come up. Very nice micro from Beastork. Ooh, he is going to get surrounded by these SCVs, though. Potentially lose another Stalker. A little bit of missed micro from Han Mono. There is a lag difference between both of them. Depending on how the servers are played out, it is going to be a Cyclone follow-up. Cancel on the CC, and is this going to be like an all-in with a Widow Mine? I don't know. No, he's going to chase this down. No, he's just running for dear life, trying to buy time for the Cyclone. I don't know why that factory wasn't messed with. Oh, Beast Orc messing up for a minute. Loses a Stalker. Kills the Tech Lab here momentarily, but he might be able to get a start on another Cyclone. Oh, he should have killed the Tech Lab. Getting a little greedy, but how many workers are left? It is 9 to 25, and they're falling as the dance continues. Another Nexus going down for Beast Orc. This game looks pretty over. If not, I might join Woodsicle on Santarin is fucking broken, man. Oh, Cyclone does fall, and GG's called Beast Orc. Out cheeses the cheeser. These games will be played in South Korea. Yeah, well, GG. And we're going to be moving on to game number 2. Let's see what this brings us from these guys. Very well played by Beast Orc. I bet you Han Mono was complaining in the lobby in the next one about Protoss the entire time, if I know him well enough. And I do. He can be pretty nice, but he is a little bit of a meme lord. Oops. Oops. That was crazy. I had the APM counter up showing. I forgot what that is. What was that? What did I accidentally hit? You guys missed at the beginning. It was spiked to thousands for both of them. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Beast Orcs is from Singapore, and I never realized that. Oh, actually, I did realize that. Yeah, they would be on. Yeah, they would be on Korean servers. I think I'm just. Wow. Wow. I actually forgot. Oh, Dave's brain today. Another proxy from Beast Orc. Gonna bring us some spice again. If at first it works, fuck it. We're trying it again. Yeah, they do. They use. Yeah, there is a Singapore server. So I think that might be where Hong Kong goes to. All right, we're gonna have a scout after. It's a little later scout. Han Mono might be a little more nervous this time. And if Beast Orc drops that pylon when yeah, it's Han Mono. He should anticipate a double gas. I wouldn't have hated if he just went right for it. He's gonna be a little harassing right here. And is he gonna do it? He's gonna scout the other gas, and well, I want to see that pylon go down. He's got the Zealot. This is a dice roll right here. It's a smarter play because you get the Zealot. But, like, again, it's a bit of an issue. Factory going down right here. Everything's full scouted. Because you need the money for the 2 units out of the 2 gateways. And that Reaper's going to pop. He's being more annoying. Only forcing 1 SCV up. Oh, buddy. That's the play right there. And you know something? The proxy scouted. Oh, shit. You found my proxy. The Reaper and the SCV actually could tangle with the... They actually could tango with that pylon and potentially do it, but he's going to go back. He's going to start killing... Oh, forces a cancel. I just keep it. Personally, I think just keeping it's not too bad. The Marine is out front, though. Uh-oh, Rutro Raggy. That could have been in a lot of danger. Zealot is going to scout the Reaper. Reaper's going to ignore the Zealot again. This time an Adept is going to shade out like we saw in Poppy's games. Yeah, this is certainly something. Bunker is going to go down this time. This time, Han Mono is prepared for this quite a bit more. The SCV is going to be chased away for a bit, and that micro potential is going to be rougher. Yeah, he needs a Zealot to take the shot, but it is going to die. All right, this is going to require some timing with the Adept and the Psionic Transfer. Is Beast Orc going to do it? Nope, Beast Orc's not going to do it. It's not. He's not going to try to Psionic Transfer out and debate the Widow Mine shot. He has no high ground. The Widow Mine's moved. Oh, he sees the Widow Mine. Widow Mine number 2 gonna do. Oh no, could potentially be a very good hold from Han Mono. He's gonna have a lead on his second base. Hanmano is actually treating this very smart right now. $250,000 seed event to watch StarCraft. That would be based. World Team League, it's amazing how much they did. And it's funny, I finally did one World Team League. I plan on doing more if it coincides with time, because I'm probably going to be back to work. I like this use of the psionic transfer to target fire. The supply depot, is he going to get the kill? He is. But our Terran player is starting to get units out. He hasn't gotten a tech lab. That's a bit of a problem. So an adept does shade in and is not going to complete. Widowmine going to block this off. It's not going to be an attempted wall. The Stalker's just going to chill. It's going to be a Widowmine drop back home against Beastork, who is... It's kind of funny, the worker count's pretty even. He's getting a Warp Prism, which ordinarily I wouldn't hate, but I don't think he knows what he's up against. Yeah, you can do this without a Widowmine, but he's just now going to have Warp Gate finishing up. So just shortly can he get two units to fight this Stalkers. Is going to have to sacrifice one probe, and does he get a nice pull? It's actually not too bad. Well, never mind. Hanmano is going to be damn annoying with these probe. No, Hanmano, micro on like I'm... Uh-oh. Okay, nice splits. Observer is out. I think he had to cancel the warp. No, he didn't. Warp Prism's on the other side of the map. Nice cleanup, but guess what? The Widowmine's still in there with the medevac, but the medevac's taking so much injury. It's pretty smart of Hanmano to get that the fuck out of there. Proxy's gonna be scouted en route back home, I think. Adept is gonna buy some time. Actually, the Proxy is scouted earlier, so he's gonna go kill the Proxy. But that's actually one gate of the production of our pink Protoss player, Mr. Beastork. What up, Grape Dactyl? How you doing? Here I was just talking about obs working. I was drinking some water without any cheat codes. Cheat codes meaning Control Shift F to follow units and stuff. I do that. It's a little secret that Dave does and his stuff. Sometimes if I have to grab something, or even if, well, sometimes it just makes for better obs work in my opinion. 3 adepts warped in and not going to find much value. And does the shade complete? There's a tank. Does not. I think they're just cleaned up. No, it does complete. Friendly fire from the tank to the SCVs is going to help, actually. These are pretty battered SCVs, so if Beastork can find some value here, and that's a big if, he could actually get a lot of damage done to the SCVs. He's going to double Robo. Interesting. The Robotics Bay and a Twilight on 2 bay. What? It's like a Dave play. Too much tech. And the Warp Prism is gonna, looks like it's gonna die. Oh, that was not the play. Beastork was not paying attention. He doesn't have Blinky. These are dead ass Stalkers. Stem is on the way for Hanmano. And yeah. This could go pretty interestingly. There's an Immortal out. Getting our first Colossi and our charge. It's not from the games, guys. I'm just tired because of that. Grape Dactyl actually here. Anyway. Army supply in favor of Hanmano. He's got Stem popping up here, getting that +1. He's not going for combat shields just yet, though. I hope he doesn't forget combat shields. Stem's finishing up. You kind of want that combat shields, especially if he's going against Colossus. This could be very unlucky because we still don't see it going down, like I said. And this could be a bit of an anti-timing. If he pushes out without that, maybe he's forgot that he has 2 tech labs. We don't really see any Marauders. Should be noted. It's pure Marines, so this is... Combat shields or not, this is going to be rough. Okay, now he's remembering combat shields, but probably should add that a little earlier. The drop is scouted by the Stalker. Another Stalker gonna... I don't know what that Stalker's doing. He's like... Oh, he's trying to pick off a Marine? Well, that is not worth it. 1 Stalker for 1 Marine is not a good trade. That said, I do like the tank positioning from Hanmano. He did take some damage to his medevac as well. And, well, we're going to have another Colossi come out. Again, combat shields is halfway done. Concussive shell coming, and we don't see any Marauders. First two are in production. Hanmano is pushing out. Okay, now he realizes I'm going to regroup. We're going to kill him. We got Marines. Well, the anti-timing extended thermal lance could potentially finish in this fight. He sees Colossus. He's like, oh, shit. Extended thermal lance finished up just now. And these Marines are in a lot of trouble potentially. Nice micro from Hanmano, though, with the pickups. I don't know about the drop, but he is going into blink now as a follow-up. Has charge. And, well, army supply in favor of Hanmano, but now I'm starting to let, well, concussive shells and +1 finishing up are kind of nice. But I'm kind of liking the position of our Protoss player. If he can take care of all these Marines, that's a good chunk of the army, though the power units are back behind for our Terran player. In this matchup, when you have a lot of Marauders, I call them power units. Because guess what? With concussive shell and stuff against Stalkers, yeah, Marine tank, I just said Taven. Marine tank, Raven, Marauder push. With some Vikings, this is very good. Zealot is annoying and blocks off the third from landing immediately. 3 Zealots can try to go in and find any... Oh, I love this Widow Mine. This Widow Mine right here. Well, mate, we got a sighting of the Great Northeastern Widow Mine. Ooh, Widow Mine is gonna cause some friendly fire. Is this little attack? Wait, what just died? Was that a Warp Prism? That looked like that could have been... Yup, it was another Warp Prism. Warp Prism 2 falls. I've been seeing a lot of that lately. Oh my dear lord. The carnage, the damage, the immortal, the Colossus' interference matrix. I thought this was actually going to our right for a while from our Protoss player, Hanmano. Looks like he's going to take this next game very shortly. Disruptors are not. It is more versus less. There is nothing left, and Hanmano takes game 2. Very well played. Very well played. And, yeah. We are going to go on to game number 3. Our first game 3 in all the series. We'll see how I'm feeling after about EPT. If I do EPT after this, guys, I'm going to have to add a 2-minute delay. But let's heck and go. All right, here we go. Let's flip it around. Score is 1-1. Match point. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, Cosmic Sapphire. It is our pink Protoss player, Beastork from Nautilus. And his opponent at the bottom right, representing Prep Esports. It's our red Terran, Hanmano. Let's see if we get any cheese this game. We had both games open with a proxy gateway from Beastork. Hanmano has not done that to him in either game. Uh-oh, what's that clip? What's that clip, Boris? Ruh-roh, Raggy. Alright, it's gonna be a gate scout. Gate gas scout. From Beastork. Hey, you know what? He's not gonna scout shit. And Hanmano's actually not going super fast double gas. Looks like it could be 2 racks. Or I might go into 3 racks. Like an earlier spicy one or a 2-1-1. Which would be incredibly spicy. We'll see what it is. Alright. Cybernetics core coming down shortly for Beastork. Very standard opener so far from him. Game 2 is going to go down for the Nexus as we see in the mini-map here. But that said, it is going to be a 3 racks opener. And Reaper going to start this off. And not a rushed. See, what's nice about this is we might see the factory too. But it's not going to be a rushed CC, but you can pack a punch quite early, depending on what happens here. Okay, starting with... Oh, is he just going to do 3 racks Marine production for now and then drop a factory and then get the tech... I'm not sure what's going on here. It's double gas. Is it 3 racks Reaper? I think it's 3 racks Reaper, folks. 3 racks Reaper for a game number 3. It's been more prevalent lately. At least by Cheesy Terran. Made a comeback a little bit. I'm not really that surprised to see it. Should have guessed it. It is Han Mono. This is our Protoss player. No, he's no pylon in the back, so he's not going to be sure for a while what's going on. Next Reaper's coming, though. And more Reapers are coming. It's going to be a lot of goddamn Reapers. And it is just 1 gate production. This is going to be a Twilight opener from B-Stork again. He's getting a shield battery in the front. Once this is scouted, and if this is scouted, this could be a bit of a problem. Well, he didn't forward psionic transfer, which is unlucky. But he's trying to chase this down. Oh, I think he's getting the read on it now that there's 4 Reapers out. He knows what this is. The scary thing is even if you hold with this after, if our Terran player decides to, they can switch it up. Yeah, go to a CC, and it's actually 3 racks as a follow-up. And they're probably going to get a lot of damage on. That's so many Reapers. That's going to delay the production. The Stalker trying to buy time, forcing some missed target fire. So he does get another Stalker out at least. Second pylon trying to get down. But you know something? Just ain't going to do it. Yeah, these pylons are in jeopardy. This is very unlucky. Ironically, the Reaper wall works against him. Yeah, it's how he did it with the pylon. I think you can do it a little differently, but the fact that there's some high ground there makes this rough. Warp gate just finishing up even makes it all the more scary. There is another... we do have another gate down below at least, but again, warp gate, pretty clutch right there. Reapers growing in numbers. It's just more Reapers. The Reaper wall is helping, though. Let's be real here. To a point, it did help, but it's a very delayed Protoss with all his eggs in one basket for tech. For the moment, anyway. He is getting blink, which is exactly what you want to do against this. Typically, there's some other stuff you can do, of course. I think blink is the smart man's choice. And, ooh, we're not healing the battery just yet, or the pylon just yet. One of the pylons falls. It's a very Artosis pylon now. Actually, yeah, he's buying himself some more time where he could potentially drop a couple others. Reapers getting ready to go. Oh, I like this wall. Beautiful choice from B-Stork. Shield batteries healing shield batteries. Now, that's something you don't see every day. Reaper bomb gonna just do like a little damage to shields to a gateway. Blink's on the way up. There it is, though. The Marine and the stem. The stem and combat shield. Marine transition into Marauders. With the +1. It all checks out. And it's been damn annoying to our Protoss player, who actually has held pretty well. So he's not like in a horrible position. He's ahead. Economically, he's ahead, but we're gonna have a second orbital. And that's about to change for our Terran player. But guess what? The battery and these 2 Stalkers are just gonna hold this. Looks like Blink's finishing, but you know what? When behind Dark Shrine, we have a Dark Shrine coming. The Reapers are gonna chase this down. Blink has completed. And stem combat shield's not quite done yet. Not really a lot of Marines yet, but there is gonna be pretty helpful after. Excuse me. What up, Saffron? How you doing, buddy? Big Saffron, how you doing, man? Reapers are gonna juke back. We do see, well, stem finishing up here just behind the combat shields and the +1 coming. Is B-Stork in a good spot here? I would say, yeah, he's in a decent spot. He's got a Dark Shrine coming behind this. Han Mono does not have a starport. He does not have missile turrets. He's relying on scan. He does have scans available. Oh, no, he does have a missile turret. I'm an idiot in the front, but not in his main base. And with a Warp Prism, you're usually going to go in. But you know what? These Reapers could actually get some good scouting information. There are actually enough of them to do a good DPS on even that Nexus 4 ring. But the Stalkers, forced and retreat, are going to clean this up. The bigger thing is he wants to clean up all these Reapers to not potentially scout the Warp Prism, in my opinion. Warp Prism is going to be in the center of the map. get DTs. Only 3 Reapers do survive. The third base goes uncontested for the moment for a Protoss player, and +1 finishing for a Terran as well. So we don't want to see DTs go into the main base, but guess what? One is, or the natural rather, one is going to do so. Warp Prism going to go in. If it went into the main, that'd be a whole other story. 2 workers for 1 DT, absolutely not worth it. And, well, Army Supply is hugely in favor of Han Mono, but it's very possible for a Protoss player. It's not surprising from how the game opened with 3x Reaper. There are some scans available in a moment. All the workers are stacked. Oh, there it goes. That's a dead DT, but the Warp Prism's still out. What happened to the Stalkers? Oh, no, my man losing 3 DTs and a lot of Stalkers. Warp Prism, he's getting a little sloppy on his micro like we saw, I believe, in the first game. But we'll see what happens. Or second game, rather. This one is definitely interesting. Well, we do have Charge finishing up here and eventually, but the Robotics Bay did. So we're going to start seeing Colossi and Extended Thermal Lance. We're moving into power units for the Protoss. So again, let's take a look. 10 Stalkers, an Adept, and 3 DTs. Oh, and then even those 3 pylons. The 3 pylons were like not much you could do against it. Just from how things were worked out in Stim City, etc. One of the last Reapers remains. Actually, it is the last Reaper somehow lived through all this. Warp Prisms totally contended with. Took no hull damage. It's loaded up with Zealots. But it's going to be a minute before you can find anything here. Han Mono with the nice missile turret in the main base is going for the armory as he finishes up infantry armor +1. Nice defensive position. He's actually got 4 tanks, which is also really good. No Raven. Interestingly enough. So, Ravenless build from our red Terran player. Nothing defending. Well, he's got shield batteries. There was nothing defending this, but the Reaper's just being used very smartly by Han Mono. Scout around the map. Try to find a place, a little foothold to get some stuff done. Han Mono's catching up economically, dropping his third base. He didn't take it on location. Stalker's going to chase the Reaper. Stalker's going to take the Zelnaga. Probe going to alternate with this. Wait, what? We going to go for a proxy too? All right. So I do not hate this at all. Tanks reposition at the third base. Warp Prism's going to try to beeline behind and maybe get a drop in natural or in the main. Either way, it's going to cause a knee-jerk reaction. I'm sure of it from Han Mono. We're starting to get those Colossi out. We do have 2 out already, so third one is finishing up. We do have +1 ground weapons coming for our Protoss finally, but no enhanced shockwaves yet for Han Mono, who did drop a Ghost Academy behind this. So Beastork does have that going for him. Army Supply actually starting to catch up for Beastork, but he's going into Shadow Stride now. So he did open with DTs, and the DTs actually cost him more than they were worth, to say the least. But he is finding a position in this game, getting this 4th base up. He confirmed the 3rd before. Smart idea. It's something you need to be a base ahead of a Terran once you're at that 3 CC moment. And he took it at a decent time, but does he have enough to defend this? Probe even scouting this. Does fall. Zelnaga Watchtower is taken. 3 Colossi, and then I like the Immortal Sentry in this. All right, he's getting a Disruptor out, and we are going into ground armor as a follow-up for our Protoss player who's not going to be able to quite afford a second forge because, well, no, he does have it. Holy shit, he did take it, and funnily enough, he's going to double expand practically. He took a 5th base right behind this. Reminded me of Trigger versus Vindicta earlier. In DreamHack. Very, very cool stuff. Ooh, these tanks are putting a lot of pressure on. A lot of pressure on, but you know what? We shall see what happens. All right. Nine o'clock position base is getting secured here for Beastork. He's still behind on Army Supply, but he's got his double forge now. Ghosts are out. But somebody's forgetting enhanced shockwaves. This is actually getting late for it. I do like the second eBay, but you really need that upgrade with Ghost. EMP still available, but it is not an advantage. Lots of Viking production. We do have ship weapons being researched, but I think Hanmano forgot to research EMP. And you know something? If it goes on and he continues to forget it, we've seen plenty of games without the proper tech research when you're making a unit path decision where players have been losing lately. And this could be potentially one of those. Marine is going to get some value over here. Out of range of the photon cannon. Forcing an F2 for some, well, an almost F2. The War Prism still going in location. But that one Marine potentially getting a lot of damage. For it's worth, gets a couple workers, which is totally worth, and a scout. Now, if he gets another scout, that would be something. And the 9 o'clock base, this should be a little unexpected. I mean, had he taken the 4th a little earlier, this is a time where it wouldn't be too surprising to see it. But that said, no, it was a interesting plot twist. Oh, the debris field is not going to go down just yet. He's going to lose disruptors, the tanks. 2 disruptors fell, and a lot of damage has been taken by our Protoss player. There we go. Enhanced shockwaves on the way for Hanmano. We do have ground armor +2 on the way for a Protoss player. Starting up weapons +3 as Gravatic boost being researched. A fleet beacon and a starport. Interesting. By the way, invisible men are a possibility. He did research Shadow Stride, so he's going to be prepared for this stage of the game. Hanmano double expanding as well. Has one going for his 4th at 6 o'clock on location. But yeah. No, Hanmano has fewer bases because of how some of the engagements went. The DPs, how he opened 3 racks Reaper on 1 base, so he was really delayed on his natural from the rip, Boris. So that's why he's behind on bases. He opened with the 3 racks, which cost, each one of these barracks cost 150 minerals. So you're looking at 450. A command center costs 400, and then the Reapers. That's all value added up. And then he had to invest in a double gas, so he was quite delayed as consequence for the pressure. He was hoping to just end the game, but couldn't do so. Oh, not a lot of stalkers here, not a lot to deal with the air. No sentries for Guardian Shield. Our Protoss player has to be careful with these Vikings. There's ship weapons out. +1 era going down for, I believe it's +1 still, yeah, for our Protoss player who's finishing up +3 ground weapons. Forget about the armor going into carriers. And yeah, so that's why we haven't seen stalker production. These carriers have been eating up a lot of money. The DT's trying to come in. They do have Shadow Stride, but you don't want to take that engage. The Chad Zillet fighting into the planetary. Look at the supply. Yeah, it is pretty close, honestly. I don't think it's just over by any stretch, but the carriers are a bit of a greedy play if you can't get there. And I don't think Beastork should have been this present on the map. He should have been a little defensive. I think Hanmano forced him to do what he was hoping for in best case. Oh, DTs, we were hoping to get in on Hopium. They fought into the scan. Not ideal. They could have got a couple hits earlier, and it might have changed the tides of war. That said, what? Nah, man, that's where a recall is needed. We had energy down here. Yeah, he could have recalled those probes down to the bottom position base, or hell, and what the fuck? Beastork took so many bases, but he's not gonna have enough army. Thorn, I happen to be in agreement with you. We got a disruptor, 4 stalkers, a Dark Templar, and 2 carriers. It's like some kind of bad joke over here for Protoss. He's gonna lose his base too. Some zealots are warped in, and they're EMP'd with the battery. Nova does find a ghost and a couple of units, but there's not even full interceptor count here. Another disruptor though. Oh, does find some good value, but the Vikings are out in good numbers. There's still Marines. There's another ghost. Only one of the carriers is recalled. The other one's gonna fall anyway. He barely saves one. That is very unfortunate, and I think carriers were a bit greedy of a decision. DTs, are going to be scanned. They're forcing scans out. That's kind of good, but Hanmano is in a pretty good spot here. Is an additional base. Yeah, actually, he's got an additional couple of orbitals, and this potentially going to be maybe another one. So I think Hanmano's in a fantastic spot this game. Now the supply don't lie. Yeah. No soup for you, says Hanmano. Fun fact. Like in Seinfeld, Hanmano is actually the soup Nazi. He does not allow Beastork to get the soup. We got drilling claws coming, funnily enough, for our Terran player. He doesn't have advanced ballistics, but he's getting drilling claws. Very weird stuff. But either way, he's insanely ahead. Economically, our Protoss player was still fine, but he has no way to produce the kind of units he needs to fight this enough. The carriers were a good idea in some regards, but not then. He needed stalkers to take the fight. He should have backed off at that push to the third, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. This game is looking over, and there is no GG. Wow. Hanmano takes it. Pretty mercilessly. We have 7 series. We're now going on to Mindel VK versus Kiris.
Am I?
Hey, Miss
Or am I
Cavero,
so
thank you for the
sane
10
that you
months
just blew your
in
mind?
a row.
Miss Cave Raw just subscribed. Less than 3.
Hey, thank you, Miss Cavero. Good to see you. Mindel VK versus Kiris is coming up here. Making sure we're all updated. We're going to take a second just between for Dave. Yeah, this is from replay, but the scores are not reported. So I nor you know the winners until we watch the replays of the event. It's never been casted. Nice. But here we go. Cool story. Oh, good stuff. Anyway, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Data C. He's orange. Give it up for Mindel. Ara Protoss, Mindel VK. And in the upper right, representing Passion Mercs, is our our pink Zerg player Kiris. Got a little ZVP, PVZ. Ooh, already with a cheeky opener from our Zerg player. Going for 15, but he got an Overlord. Why did he do that? 15 hatch is the thing, but with the Overlord? I think this is going to be a 15 pool opener from Kiris. It's the only thing I could... Yep, 15 pool, and then he's going into gas. Okay. Now that's... that makes more sense now. It's not a recast. It's the first cast, Miss Cavera. So it's played from replay, but it's literally the first time the cast. Yeah, it's just a fun stream. What are you on about? Yeah, Miss Cavera is... You're a big Saffron. Yeah, I know, but it's the first time this has been casted, so though replays, it's never been cast. It's exclusive. It's just how some of these things work out because of different time zones, my time, availability, etc. Other casters, you'll see Chicken Man and Steadfast casties sometimes. Maybe the Ducklings? Oceanic stuff? I'm not sure. Usually... Oh, Scarlet Trigger, Maples, and Patty Mac are hanging out? What stream is that? Thanks, Thorn. Is it the, I didn't realize on this, too, the PAX Arena stuff is going on. Is that what you're talking about? I'm guessing? No? I didn't realize that was going on, by the way. What up, Arellen? You can't say? You can say it. Why are you... Wow. Thorn... I'm actually curious about that. It's probably on one of their streams. Oh. Or all their streams. Probe does go down. Gets a good scalp, but not good enough. Lings are out, so he knows that to pull first build from the delayed hatch. But what variety? You have Metabolic Boost and a Roachborn coming down. This is going to be a very, very pressured attack. I do like the Stalker, but he needs to get his shield battery up, and he needs to keep this core. Doesn't know what's going on. I would love to see a shield battery right now. Metabolic Boost about to kick in. We got 6 roaches in production. Oh, it's on Patty Mac's stream? Yo, tell Patty Mac to get me... Thorn, tell Patty Mac to get me in there if they're still going. You laugh, but Patty Mac and I are tight. All right. Who here knows how tight Patty Mac and I are? I just messaged him. Anyway, 6 roaches. You think I'm joking? I just gotta cover a couple more series. And this one looks like it could be over pretty quick. This is a very much all-in from Zerg. There's gonna be an Oracle. Usually want a Void Ray. I know they take a while, but like if you're opening like this, or more Stalker production, he needs to get the Oracle could be useful, but I don't know. He's going double Oracle, only 1 shield battery done. I don't think Protoss can hold this. The Cybernetics core is taking quite a beating, and it is going to continue to do so before Warp Gate is completed. Oracle putting great work on the Ravager, and is starting to out DPS some Marines, but the Cyber Core falls. Warp Gate is denied. This is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, Mindle had kind of a rough read on this, and this could be a problem. This could be game. But the Void Ray is coming out slowly but surely. 2 Oracles running out of energy. It's an Adept Stalker and an Adept. Well, 1 other Stalker in production actually saves the day. 4 workers fell. He could actually potentially start just pulling workers down. He's not chasing the Roach. Our Zerg player going back in with more Ling reinforcements. Usually you Ling flood after. So it is kind of technically a hold. He's going to build another gate. He could have built another... I would have built another core. They build faster. You already built one on the high ground, though, which is kind of smart. But the cores regenerate shields for quicker. That was... Yeah, that was... goddamn close. And Kyrus is going to try to slightly drone behind this. But you know what? He's behind. Mindle has 2 bases. He has more economy. He's getting a 3rd gate. He's getting another Void Ray. This is a hold, my friends. This is a hold. There's a lot of Lings. At this point... He's behind on Warp Gate. He's just now able to produce, you know, any gateway units outside of Zealots. Patty Mac beating Ebe with a Maples build. That Maples probably stole from me. From who? From me? I mean, Maples could have stole it from me. He does come in. He was coming into my stream for builds sometimes. There are players that have been in my stream that have definitely stolen builds from Dave. It's actually a fact. If not, it's their other Grandmaster friends that they find on ladder, and then they see the build and they go, where did you learn that from? Oh, Dave. But lately, my builds kind of suck. The good old days of the Void Ray. Alright. Oh no, he's gonna want to cancel that. 2 Void Rays ain't enough to kill that many Lings. Actually, the Pro bought him some time, but he still wants to cancel. Ooh, last second cancel on the Knife's Edge. Our 3rd player still 2 bases. 26 workers to 44. As time goes on, 2 bases or not, our Protoss player doesn't even really need to take a 3rd base, in my opinion. He could just go for 2 base all in and just end it. He's going to continue to win ahead, stay ahead. He's going to go attack with 3 Oracles, go kill the Queen. He should know there's not a lot behind for defense. He could actually get a couple Queens if he so chose to. He's going to go for some drones that don't hate the idea. He's run out of Pulsar Beam energy on one of them. Now he's fighting it. Yeah, getting a little too greedy there. GG, though. Kyrus knows when to quit, and Mindle takes it. Patty Mac's actually streaming though. That's funny. He like never. When does Patty Mac even stream? Come to think of that. All right, hold on. Hold on. I literally totally am not in Patty Mac's chat while I'm on here. We could get Patty Mac to cast with me on this in the last series. I just had to do it. I didn't think Patty Mac really streamed. Anyway, going on to game 2. And I can't read what the fuck this map says. It's in Russian. Patty Mac needs to focus. What did he say? I obviously can't listen to him because we're in tournament. If it wasn't, I would have turned him on, pulled up the stream, and trolled him with you guys because I've been known to do that from time to time. Anyway, we are now on to game number 2, spawning in the upper left-hand corner, up a point in the orange. Give it up for our Protoss player, Mr. Mindel, VK. And I disabled sound, it was already enabled. My bad. And his opponent at the bottom, right, representing the Passion Mercs in the pink, it is Kiris. Mamma mia. Patty Mac wasn't tryhard streaming right now, I'd be like, dude, let's cast third game together. He could do it. He could do it. We would not mind. Do a little cast arena with Dave. Okay, we are gonna have a probe scout to get another cheeky build from Kiris, going for a 15 pool again, I think. Yeah, he's doing another 15 pool build. And this was well held by Mindel. That was actually pretty close. That was definitely a knife's edge hold from our Protoss player, Mr. Mindel. This is going to be scouted. He knows he's up against a cheeky Blay again. And this time he might react a little differently. Is he going to go core before Nexus? He's going to go core before Nexus. Does wall off. He's still gonna take his Nexus though, so he just sets up. What you do is you set up for like PVT. Yeah, I've seen Max Pax do this. Even if he wins 2-0, he needs Disc or Nina to screw up. Gotcha. You're doing. Hey, what up, Duck Cuddler? Cuck Duddler. All right, probe continuing to scout and is gonna see that there's a bunch of lings coming. He's not gonna validate that there's no Roach Warren. This time there's no Roach Warren just yet. Metabolic Boost is being researched. And, well, I'm sure we'll see something happen. But he might deviate. This could be a Speedling on. Zealot is getting chronoed the hell out. I think this probe is certainly going to die, guys. Oof. Rest in peace, Mr. Probe. Another Zealot Stalker opener. Warp Gate on the way. This time it's only 2 structures for the wall, though. And, well, how it's walled. We have Warp Gate finished there? No, Warp Gate was canceled for a Stargate. Another Stargate opener from our Protoss player. And you know something? This is going to scare off the Lings. I think Kiris is kind of metagaming him a little bit, so he actually is able to take a 3rd hatch at a pretty normal timing. He could go for a Speedling all in after, but I think this was just to mess with him. Hey, wait, he pulls off gas. Is this going to be a Speedling all in? We'll find out. I mean, he could just be trying to catch up on drones and mining here, and it was just a debate all along. But the Oracle is probably going to come out from Mindel. Mindel did build 2 shield batteries. Oh, he forced 2 shield batteries out of him. Oof. Shoot it like a Floridian tater tutor. Oh my gosh. You guys are funny. The chat is too good. Do you love it here, chat? In honor of Sale. All right, let's see. We got third hatch. He's going to finish. Cheeky play from our pink Zerg player. He forced a lot out of... See, these 2 batteries... Hell, I wouldn't... 1 battery you could be alright with, I guess. But the 2 batteries kind of really set him back economically for faster third base. So, Oracle is going to confirm the third and go, oh, shit. He's going to get a drone. That was like a ruthless drone kill.
A good old yeehaw! Coming right on in!
Exactly. Good use of the yeehaw for our man, Chicken Man. Chicken Man was an A-pop stream last night. They were talking about Lord of the Rings. It was actually really cool. I was pretty tipsy. Oh man, Chicken Man. Oh, unit's gonna block the Nexus. Basted like chicken. We do have warp gain now, I believe, but not gonna be able to warp in units right there. He's gonna warp in now. Too little, too late. Is the Oracle? The Oracle's... Wait, where the fuck's the Oracle? Did it die? Nope, they're coming. Oh, forces a cancel. Come on, Mindle. Mindle, not like this. It's got a really delayed third now, and our Zerg player is up on workers. Going into a layer and has... Did he go double Evo? Or just, no, I shouldn't have went double Evo. It's Protoss. He did get 1. I think I'm either stroking out or hallucinating. I don't know which. That time I spent back in Nam, you know, catches up with me. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't even joke like that. Yeah, Mindle seems to be... Well, he's in an okay position, but that delay on the third really screwed with him. He has to find some good value with the 3 Oracles. There's no Spore Crawler. He has 3 Oracles, though. He can get... I think he can get a target fire down the Queens. If it's 1 alone, you can do it. But, oof, unfortunately not. 7 drones did fall for an Oracle, which is... it's alright, I guess. He's going into blink. Again, delayed third base kind of sucks. That is a feels bad, man. But he has taken a map off of him, so at least where we could go into a third game series if our Zerg player... Ooh, going into melee and Hydras. So he might go for fast lurkers if we see an infestation pit. If not, this could be kind of a Mio Micah kind of style with Speedling Hydra. Be extra cheeky. Roach butches remind you of storming Normandy. You think Mindle's dead? Well, we'll see how it goes. Mindle's not like... He has his third base up. He has Blink coming. He's going into Robo and... Yeah, he has a robotics facility behind it. Getting another Robo. So he's going into double Disruptor production. Potentially Colossi, depending on what he scouts. And honestly, Colossi, in this case, could be extra good against Lingbane Hydra. I mean, like, I know they're not that great compared to Storms and stuff in some regards. But that's the units he's going to want to go to. And let's hope he doesn't go into Disruptors right off the rip. If we see extended thermal lance Colossi, it's pretty good. We went Blink, but he didn't get charged. No stalkers out. He's got a bunch of sentries and stasis. I like the defensive stuff he has. Good photon cannons. But, well, the Oracles do scout the Bane Bust. Boba Fett. Unfortunately, all the sentries are in the wrong base. But guess what? The one stalker sealed this off. The stasis wardy. Oh, yeah. He's definitely a cheeky Zerg player. I like Kyrus' playstyle as a cheeky Zerg player myself. When I am playing Zerg, he's definitely got some spicy builds. It's going to be double extended thermal lance Colossi. But wait, just when Dave was happy to see it from our Protoss player, we're getting muscular augments in the way. We got a massive Bane Bust coming into the right flank, killing 11 probes on 3 base to 4 base. Protoss to Zerg. But we got lurkers coming, folks. We got lurkers. That said, we don't have an infestation pet. We got lurkers, but if they don't have upgrades, if Mindle focuses on just saturating the 3 bases, taking care of the arc. Oh my god, that's a lot of links surrounding this. They got +1 melee, +2 on the way. The force field's kind of helping, but this army can't contend with it. Colossi are out, however, but that's a lot to lose. All the sentries, 5 sentries and 4 stalkers, lost in an instant. Yeah, it's a very low chance because he's going into lurkers. The infestation pit finishing up. Mamma mia, that's the rough part. And how much, it's a matter of what he's lost and how much econ he has. Oh my god, Kyrus can just do anything at this point, it feels like. Getting +2 melee, has the Spire going down. Oracle's going to try to find some vantage, get to see the Hydras. He should know that implies lurkers. Are we to see some, yeah, we're getting double disruptor production behind it, but the Oracles aren't being paid attention to. He goes to take a 4th base behind this. He's got to try to, and I guess play defensively with whatever harass you can get. He's trying to. He does keep 1 Oracle alive. Use those 2 Oracles could be paramount in defense against lurkers, honestly. Most importantly, there's a lot of lings on the ground. It's 44 to 74 army supply, and Mindle is in a rough spot. He's going into +2 ground weapons, which is pretty nice, and a 3rd robotics facility. Problem is that Spire's probably going to become a greater Spire as time goes on. I think we could see a defense mounted, because we do have disruptors, and triple robo means, I believe, yeah, it is going to be triple robo. Disruptor production can be quite nice. Do we have any observers out? We don't. We just have the Oracle for detection. The Stalker is going to see the 2 lings and potentially take some hull damage, or just completely die to this massive amount of lings. Zealots scout it. This is a huge push coming in, actually, but there's a good amount of... There's no shield batteries. I like photon cannons as much as the next guy, but you need those Pepega batteries, that Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Do we have any Colossi over here? We don't. There's a push coming on the other side, that's why. And I don't understand the decision from Kyrus to push that much when he's lurkers on the way. He's going to kill this 3rd base, but he's going to be forced to retreat to try to fight this. The Zealots run by into the 4th base. Actually, that was the 3rd. The 4th goes down. This is actually a pretty nasty fight from Kyrus. Lurkers be damned, we're not going to get there. That's a lot of Banes. It's a lot of limbs.
Who wants to have some fun?
Xiaomek, thank you for the raid. Massive cleanup, but our Protoss player actually with a bigger army than our Zerg player. How was your stream, Xiaomek? We are doing the OSC mid-season playoffs for 2022. Xiaomek. And yeah, Lurker Den be damned. Hive be damned. He's going right in for it, trying to get whatever kills he can, picking off reinforcements continuously. Oh, buddy, I love those force fields. Army supply massively in favor of our Protoss player. He's building the lurkers. That's why personally I jump right on the highest tech of the Zerg, be it a Lurker Den or a Greater Spire, or any, if not the upgrades. Sure, killing this stuff's great, but the Hive still exists. The the Spire, the Baneling Nest, etc. But there's not a lot of mining for Zerg. He's on 2 bases. The 2 bases, 3rd base trying to go up for Protoss, but that problem is gonna be the lurkers. Actually, no, it's not. I'll be honest with you. These lurkers may contain the army, but a recall can save the day if Mindle treats this wisely. This Mindle's supply blocked, but these lurkers don't have range. So guess what? He can actually pick them off. The lurker den's down. So lurkers is as good and scary as they could be. Not without seismic spines and adaptive talons. You're gonna go to sleep, Xiaomek. Have a good night, and thank you for the raid again. Alrighty. Well, 3rd Nexus going down. We do have a nice stasis board for our Protoss player for defense. Alright, that being said, Lurker doing jack shit. The Observer actually coming in clutch, and most of the Zerg army is going to fall here. It looks like Mindle's going to do it. I believe we're going to see a 2-0 incoming for Mindle. Thorn was in doubt. He said, well, I give him about a 20% chance, but mistakes were made. Kyrus kind of threw by going to assault with too much. Well, he should have been, as funny as it sounds, he should have been defensive because he had the tech set up. He had everything he needed. He's going to try to build, yeah, well, no, he's got a Spire. He's going to build another Spire. He knows he's going to build another Starport, but GG, or Starport, Spire, GG. That is game. You raid that bed, you earned it. True. Xiaomek is up extremely late for his time. We have one more series before we go on for regular Dave bullshit. I think. Unless we cast EPT Asia. It's Exo Striker versus Iba. Give me just a few moments. And I'll poll you guys. Guys, if you come in from the raid, if you could click on my name, Dave Testa, and stay on there. Would appreciate it. Because we may have to add a 2-minute delay if we do EPT Asia. But that's being said, we're going on to game number 1 of Exo Striker versus Iba. All right. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Everdream. Blast from the Blast. Representing Alpha X. It is our yellow Protoss player. It is Exo Striker. And our young lad from the UK. Representing Platinum Heroes. It is our blue young Zerg player, Iba. Going for a gas first. And I think he's going to let that finish. He's going for 14, 13, 12. Or is he going for... What the heck? Was that a 12, 11 again that we saw in a ZVZ? Animated emotes are too fun. I'm simple. I got some static ones. I think. Don't I? No. I don't know. We need more emotes. What am I getting on my phone blasting here? I don't know if you guys could even hear that, but I got like all sorts of stuff going on. Let me just check just in case it's anything. Oh my god. Telegram spamming me with crypto bullshit that I don't even know why I'm in it. I gotta try to get the hell out of that thing. Okay, probe's gonna continue out. It's gonna be a double gate from Exo Striker. What? He doesn't know how to wall this. Maybe this map was just out of Exo Striker's time, or he forgot how to wall. This is an ugly ass wall, guys. The cyber core is exposed like a thumb in a thumbs up. My god. What are we watching? Not like this Exo Striker. He's gonna have a couple zealots, but that is... Yeah, I don't believe that's how you wall this. It does work, but it checks out. But again, it's a really exposed cyber core. You basically get a full 360 surround almost from the Zerg. Might as well be. First zealot's out, seconds on the way. Adept's chronoed. We're not going right into a Nexus. He is getting those units out. Yeah, and Zerg's not going to find any damage. Metabolic boost is on the way. One base layer. Iba is going for either a Nidus or Dropper Lords. But the Overlord, yeah, he might be going for Ventral Sack Overlord. We'll find out. Zealots and Adepts going to start pushing across the map. Warp Gate's going down. Nexus coming. And this is very aggressive, cheeky play out of our young Zerg. It is Iba. That wall has nice personality. Yeah, it's the Psych Out core, exactly. But yeah, I think this might be... Yeah, let's take a look at the link position. It could just be a Nidus. This is a good map for either of those tools. Ventral Sack, Overlords, or Nidus. It's going to be exactly as I said, the Nidus Verm. Protoss has not been across the map. Is going to send the Adepts out, and you know something? That is going to be a bit of a problem. That Nidus is going to finish. Oh, but guess what? Exo Striker, too smart. 500 IQ play, but he is going Stargate. I would just focus, double down on Stalkers and stuff. You could defend the Nidus, get the gateway units. Like if you went Robo, obviously you can have an Immortal out. But he's gonna have some more vision. Adepts gonna try to find some more value. They didn't make their way back. He doesn't see anything right there. Nidus Worm going. Oh, that is cheeky. Lings arrived in the front. Lings loaded up in the back. There's Lings everywhere with the Queen. And Oracle's going to try to come out. But this is not going to be scouted. Okay, Zealot's trying to get up there. This looks rough for Exo Striker. And that looks like one dead Stargate. I don't even think it's going to be the pylon. It's going to be a dead-ass Stargate really shortly. And our Protoss player is going to try desperately to hold on. Oh my god, the Oracle popped. The Queen fell. Oracle's going to be great to the defense. The Probe's actually helping to keep the Adepts alive for a moment anyway. But there's still a shit ton of Lings. One shield battery ain't going to be enough, Toots. That's all I can say. Mamma mia, the cheese is real, and Eba takes game number 1 very quickly and ruthlessly. Add that. Dave needs some more water. Bear with me a moment. And now Eba versus Exo Striker. Oh, I forgot. No, I'm sorry. It's Eba. I forgot to update this. Exo Striker versus Eba. I apologize, guys. Oops, a little too late. Rawr. Sorry, get you. And guys, we will decide if I'm doing. You guys did a poll for it. Let's really think about it and see where we're at for EPT Asia or not. Oh, you were getting a beer? Okay, but sorry I didn't update that. Moving on to game 2. Potentially our last game for the night, we'll find out. We have a point on the board for Mr. Eba. Yeah, but I don't know. Mistake, shit happens, but all right. This thing is fucking something else. How the hell did I end up in some? Hold on. Look, guys, give me a second. Anyway, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Nightshade. Another old one representing Alpha X. It is Exo Striker. Going for an early probe for a hatch block if he can, but I don't think he's going to get it. He's close. He does force the third. And this is kind of an awkward map for creep spread. Take a look at this. This is an old one. And Nightshade was so weird. You had this huge ass ramp over here. It was definitely a strange one for creep spread. Oh, dude, good for you. I hope I'm not a bad influence on you, BK Rack. Good for you. Let's see how this game plays out. Oh, Iba does have that point on the board. Like I said, it's up 1-0. See how this plays out. Nexus going down. Yeah, it is going to be a Nexus before core. No cheese out of Iba just yet. Looks like a pretty standard game. We're probably going to see a Stargate out of Exo Striker. It's one of those guys.
I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute.
Don't ask me anything hard from here on in. Him 3 beers in.
You're 3 beers in. Nice, buddy. I'd join you, but you know. You enjoy yourself, Boris. 3 beers you deserve, and thank you for the 200 biddies. He's getting down to Kirktown. And I gotta remember to get Archons, the clan tag. He needs to hit me. Archons, hit me up in Discord after so we make sure. I did have little Kirktown the other night for sure. I can't remember much of that night, to be honest with you. Alright. Got an adept going. Wow, you guys are really giving Boris a hard time, asking him his favorite color. Wow, these drones going with gas in their hands, gonna be giving away free gas. I think I played last night, but I was Kirktown the night before. And then after we left, I hung out with Yeti, which implies things. Okay, it is again a Stargate opener. Pretty predictable out of Exo Striker. Very meta. Is it meta though? In DreamHack, what have we been seeing a lot of? We've been seeing a lot of Twilight builds and the cheeky plays. We saw some crazy games from Disc with the I'm assuming Scarlet won from how we saw it end when I next checked over, but brought out a crazy game too with fast Robo Bay Speed Prism in the double Stargate, which was very weird to bring that up. But anyway, right here, what we're going to be seeing is what looks to be the hero build, probably. Something like it, if not. He's got a couple of depths out, got the Stalker, follow up the Oracles, just going across the map. And, well, the depths are going to shade in. That was kind of an awkward spot of a shade. The Queen's actually going to get a body block, and, well, they're going to get a lot of damage. I don't know if I agree with that shade going right in there. That was a little bit of a blunder from our yellow Protoss player. Giddy up. Oracle coming on in and putting some work on. I know what Boris is going to want. Boris is like, I want more Dave guitar. I know what, man, Boris. All right. All right, all right, all right. You got some chisel on the Lingerinos. Oh my goodness. All right. Third base in a really awkward position in this map. Like I said, like, look at this. The Zerg creep spread totally not connecting. Like, this is the worst map for creep spread. And for Protoss, you have all this area you can be attacked. I actually thought this map was really cool. In hindsight, I remember it would make me mauled a bit, especially back then. I can't remember what league I was in then. Probably Diamond 2, I think. Can't remember. Maybe I was Diamond 1 in that season, the first season of it. I don't know. But anyway, this was certainly a nuisance. Like, the expansions are in such weird places, but it leads to some pretty cool games, honestly. Even if they are a standard macro game. Florencio sleeping in the crowd. Yeah, I did see that one, Pashka. I did see that one. There's been some crazy games, some crazy upsets, some crazy disappointments. Honestly, I've been liking... I don't know about you guys, I've been liking the games in Atlanta more than Valencia so far. We've had a lot of upsets. Distant finished the game earlier, probably because he didn't felt in. I didn't see the end. I was watching as I waited as long as I could before we started this, Pashka. So I didn't see the conclusion. But if he quit, my guess is if they had even supply and everything, I saw him throwing away workers and stuff. My assumption is he just felt like he couldn't break stuff. As Azure, Cognite. Oh my god, that is definitely an odd group of confirmed players. Hold on, Aberoth? Panda, Bearmead, Pilly, Pilly, and Vindicta. That's crazy. That is so crazy of a list of players, but some of them, those guys were Legion Cup, now Vulcan Cup players. A lot of those, some of those names. That's awesome. And to think I was covering them when they were just little old Masters players, some of these guys. And they might still be even lower GMs. I don't know, maybe the Cognite might have been pushed up. I gotta ask, that's crazy. Oh, he quit with 20k bank? Holy shit. But yeah, that's crazy to see them there, especially in the EU side. Like the EU players at that point, that's crazy. That is a little unprecedented. Oracle's actually gonna kill a Spore and in the making, and then the drone and the Spore canceled after the Spore. Lots of Lings coming to the fourth though. Actually, it's a Ling Ravager. Pretty scary Protoss army. They do have blank a couple of Immortals with a lot of sentries. They have to be careful not to eat the biles, but he starts eating some biles. Nice force fields, though. Oh, but Protoss is all clumped up. Nice cancel on the Nexus by Exo Striker. Eba gonna retreat back. I've been not talking about the game. I'm channeling my inner chicken man, guys. We're having a hard time getting 63 players to go to online events, yeah. Offline events, rather, yeah. Oh man, oh man. Get some nice stasis wards here. And yeah. It's a damn shame we don't have more of an NA player base. That's all I'm gonna say. Because we have, I predict, like when we looked at Valencia, yeah, COVID and stuff, I predict a huge turnout of people. It's sad that the casters aren't there because there's probably gonna be a lot of fucking people in the United States and Canada going. But as far as the crowd, but sadly we don't have a lot of players. So if we had more players, I think it would be a different situation. Oh man, Disruptor falls short, very underwhelming. But the next one does get some good connects. Banelings not being microed against by the Stalkers. Those Stalkers took a bruising. And honestly, speaking of throws, I don't think Exo Striker took the best fight. He has have a couple charge lots running, trying to do something there. He's actually ahead on workers. Disruptor is used as cannon fodder in the front of the armor.
Kirktown.
And yeah. That is very unlucky. Yeah, we get the 12 o'clock position base. Secured for Exo Striker. It is Eba going for a 5th down at 6 o'clock. And we'll see how this plays out. But throwing your disruptors away. Man, a man doesn't want to lose his balls. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be double Colossus with extended thermal lights. And his Robos are in his third. This is so scary for Protoss. Against the Zerg with Roach Ravager. Ling, potentially Bling. Yeah. I do not like that, folks. That is putting your eggs in one basket. Disruptor started immediately after the other Colossus. By the way, so he's going to continue the Disruptor production. So it's Blink Stalker, Disruptor, Oracles. Going on out. And the Oracle's going to put some pressure here. And yeah. 5 drones do fall. Looks like we're gaming here, but from Exo Striker's play, this could go either way. Speaking of Banelings, there's Zealots here, which is an expensive trade. Either way you look at it. If you split them off, then it's pretty good. Kinda does, but he's gonna lose all... No, he's gonna lose every single gosh darn one. Probe's just gonna ignore the one Baneling going into the next base. But what's going on down here? Massive fight. The Baneling is gonna connect, like catching 3 probes we see in this. We want to see the main engagement. It's a lot of Protoss who are on even upgrades right now, but it looks like as time goes on, Eba is going to have a funneled up and upgrade advantage against the Protoss, but the Disruptor had a chance for a money shot and is not going to get it. Beautiful splits from Eba, but the second one is a little bit of money. Protoss. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, Exo Striker? You're playing with my emotions in a bit of a throw. Behind it, the Banelings did a lot, but he doesn't have the army supply. Loses the Colossus. I don't even know why he's building Colossus against that high of a Roach Ravager comp. And +3 ranged attack and upgrade advantage ahead of Protoss. You don't usually see that from Zerg. Kind of a weird game. Aura War Prism's out though, and there is still an Oracle on the map. At least getting a scout. He could potentially get a Warpin, but there's some defensive roaches here from Eba. Eba is ahead on supply by over, well, now it's evening out a little bit more. It's closer toward 30 for his lead against Exo Striker and army supply. That said, Exo Striker is ahead on workers. Eba's ahead on bases, can still pump stuff out and just be a roach printer at this point. But he's kind of pot committed to going that route unless he... Yeah, he does have an infestation pit. Only has the lair. Losing that economy was really rough. He's trying to drone a little out of this, but he has the army supply lead. He has to be careful with all these disruptors and stuff. It's just pure Roach Rav. And the downside is you got to be good on your splits because disruptors are scary units. Exo Striker, unfortunately, not demonstrating the best disruptor control. As I say that, there's a good connect right there. Not the greatest, but does he use the one in the back? No, it's going to derp in and die. Colossi are in jeopardy of being lost. Disruptor gets killed, though. Nice target fire from Eba. And this is not a heavy link comp. Colossus are pretty bad against roaches. I mean, I almost like the Stalker. Maybe when you get him, if you get him positioned right against this, if it was more Ravagers, it'd be better. With the Stalkers, it'd be fine. Battery overcharge activated. It is going to be a hold. And Exo Striker taking the most awkward 5th base you could take on this map. Does not. I know this is more exposed, and this is more exposed. But let's be real.
Or am I so
Whoa, Boris gifting 5 subs now.
Mind?
Thank you so much, man.
Scorpion1945_1.
Thank you so much, my guy.
Am I?
Holy
or am
heck
I
and
so
heck.
sane that you just blew your mind?
Xylophone_impersonator just subscribed.
Boris, love you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Much
am I?
love for
or am
the
I
Boris
so
of
sane
Nisbrick.
that you just blew your mind?
Artkisk
Man.
just subscribed.
All right, we are going to see a big difference in army supply now as it's reversed
or
a
am
bit.
I so
Exo
sane
Strikers
that you
now
just blew
getting
your
caught
mind?
up. And this means Protoss death ball time.
Chance97 just subscribed.
Yo, Chance getting one. That's actually pretty base, too.
Am I?
That's
or am I
Bane.
so sane
Lots of
that you
friendos
just
here.
blew your mind?
Deathbane AU just subscribed.
Oh my god. This is crazy. And Nova is going to zone this back, but not find any contact. Another one is going to zone this back a little too late for any connects. Boris, thank you again. Seriously. You have to. I'll show you the video later, Pashka. Yeah, it's a Seinfeld episode. If you would totally understand if you watch. We'll at least show you part of it. I can't show the whole episode, but I probably should be careful with that anyway. But I'll link you in Discord, or if somebody else wants to share it with him. And I've been actually watching Seinfeld, falling asleep to Seinfeld every night. Kind of watching lately. Getting a rewatch. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're gonna see some damage in this awkward fifth base from these roaches. Just two zealots trying to do God's work, but you know what? There's more Protoss on the other side of the map. Iba has the army supply, but he's down on workers, losing his fifth. The fifth of Exo Striker is certainly gonna fall eventually here. Obviously he's not caring about the two zealots, but why are they doing more work than they should? Somehow, but they could have target fired the injured Ravager. Ooh, we got a corrosive bile being morphed in, but the zealots are going to come in here. I'm just seeing what's going on not the main engagement, because that's just what we do here sometimes, because I felt like it. I don't know why. We just did. Guardian Shield's activated, going to help the fight a little bit. The Stasis Ward came in kind of clutch here, and guess what? The Colossi coming in hard. GG, we got a 3-game series, folks. Yeah, Kramer's the guy behind me in the poster, Pashka. And yeah. Oh. And that said, we're going to our final map of this tournament. And then we can see if you guys still want Dave casting or not. Ha. It's my uncle. Like Chuck, but from my mom's side. Oh my god. Cosmo Kramer. Too funny, get you. You guys are all based. Holy heck. Holy heck, we got some subs today. Boris and 47 is coming in hot. Anyway, it is now match point on game number 3. Cosmic Sapphire's the map in the yellow. Representing Alphax, it is our Protoss player, Mr. Exo Striker. And his opponent in the upper left, representing Platinum Heroes, it's Iba. With his Carbot Hydra. You thought Iba could get that? Yeah, I thought he was pretty... He certainly could have, but Exo Striker was actually in a fantastic position. He just made some questionable decisions. Oh, the spray. We don't get enough sprays. In honor of Forjumi, we got a spray. I love how the Fog of War didn't show up for a second after. Alright. It's gonna be a Gate Scout from Exo Striker. No Forge first. Nothing too cheeky here from either player. Looks like a gentleman's game. But we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I think he was overcommitted to Roach Rav. You should remove the spoiler? What's the spoiler? But you already know the results of this? What's the spoiler? Thorn's looking around in Discords and everywhere. Ah, what the hell? When I first met Thorn, I thought he was actually an AI. No? Oh, is it? Yeah. I don't know what you're spoiling. Oh, shit. That is wild. If you guys really notice, you know how Geralt 2-1 Showtime. Fun fact, he and Neeb practice together. It's going to be a fast Evo from Iba. Iba's doing something cheeky here. He is going for the expand, but he's going for fast +1 melee, I'm guessing. Let's be real here. He doesn't have... doesn't have metabolic boost being researched, so it could be fast +1 roaches. What's he doing? What's this kid doing? He's building a lot of lings, no metabolic boost. Mamma mia. Exo Striker taken as unlike a watchtower with an adept. Gonna have another one going for the Stalker, going for the Stargate. Same opener again. Exo Striker playing a little more conservatively. All right. There it is. It's melee and metabolic boost being researched at the same time, pretty much. It's a little weird timing from our Zerg player. Okay, one adept is going to shade in. The first one's going to be canceled. Like, speaking of Cosmo Kramer, it was canceled. Like Michael Richards in the business. No, it was 2-1, getcha. It was a 2-1, but it's sad to say, Showtime, I have a lot of respect for. He's a fantastic player and a great guy. And D. Mauer seemed to it rated in one time, and he seemed to enjoy the channel so much he actually followed me. I was like, that's pretty based. That doesn't happen that often. All right. That said, Oracle, moving on out. Yeah, I am, damn, we had some good ones, and I feel bad because people would think it's biased, but I don't. Like, I like the hell out of Clem. He's such a nice kid, really good player, but I was so stoked for Max Pax. I do feel bad because Max Pax is likely not going to be at the offline event. Let's be real here. But this Baneling Nest is scouted by the two Oracles, but I was really proud of Max Pax on his 2-0 of Clem. Or 2-1 of Clem, rather. Here was like, can you send me those replays? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, people doubt me. Yeti was even like, I don't know, man. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, Geralt he's young. People give him flack. He's going through stuff. He gets down on himself, but I really think he's one of our stronger players we got. Is this going to be a plot twist, resonating glaives, or just a lot of adept for defense? It's going to be a Ling Bane bust. Oracles are out. Oh, does he target the Banes? The Bane train. Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. GG is called. Eba trying a cheeky +1 melee all in with Ling Bane. And it's over. It's all she wrote. Exo Striker wins 2-3. And that was all she wrote for the OSC midseason playoffs #2. So again, if you want to help out OSC, support the good tournaments like this. I'm hoping after Dream Pack, hopefully as we go on for the year's end, I might talk to Eddie, and instead of just branching on my own, we might have a little merger. I want to talk with Eddie and Chicken Man. He didn't oppose it, to put together a sort of bigger tournament together. If I'm back to work, we get stabilized, we have everything going. To have a collected effort, OSC, Chicken Man Testa kind of thing. Maybe even Psystorm Gaming. We'll see. What do you guys think about that? Once Maddox Pax becomes the king of Denmark, he'll create a safe haven for all RTS players with 100 gig internet and 0 latency connections. True. Getcha, that was awesome. Anyway, Tuesday is an important date to note for OSC because I'm going to be casting the next playoffs of the Masters Cup number 146, which should be exciting. We have some really good stuff there. And we have Liquid Mana coming back in and some other folks. Some of the matches, I believe, will be live, guys. And unfortunately, it might be at the time of DreamHack, so that might be rough. But that said, it's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern to accommodate some players, so we have some live matches at least. Hopefully, we get a decent turnout. It's going to be a little rough, and hopefully ESL doesn't get mad at me, but that's all right. All right, that said, What do you guys think? What kind of stream do you want? Do you want me to cast some EPT Asia? Are we going to do more casting? Or are we going to do... Or are we going to do some ladder, some fun stuff? You want micro battles? Micro tournament? Players tonight: Beyond Classic, Creator, Cure, Gumiho, Hanmano, Mio Micah, Ranger, Rebellion, Rex, and Chance. I wish Hero cheekily snuck in there. He's probably like, that would be nice. But that's a pretty good set of players. Do you guys want to see these bad boys come off? I'm gonna have to add a 2-minute stream delay if we do it. I am kind of feeling like this day I might be doing better on ladder, but it sounds like Thorn wants some coverage. I'm pretty sure Steadfast might cast tonight. EPT, I was a fat kid. What up? So it sounds like you guys want me to cover EPT Asia. I mean, I am a DreamHack caster now. Let's see if they have me on it. Who wants to bet? Do you think they'll give me an ESLC or something next time? Huh? You think I'm B stream material, or do you think I'm going to be kicked down? I'll do C or B. What up, Kingstar? Guys, do me a favor. I'm going to add on a delay. We're going to set up for ESL. I'm going to get something to eat quick. I could actually play on a delay, but let's add the delay now. D stream material. Thank you, Thorn. I think on my average ladder session, I get more views than the D stream does. So I could be a D streamer. Like, technically, I think Katz was a D streamer.
Take him down to Kirktown.
He was on one of them. He wasn't D stream. Like, he streamed on his own channel. I saw him stream one of the for Valencia. He was doing it on his own channel. They're gonna have the D stream tomorrow. Nice. The double D stream. I'm the DT stream. All right, so get ready. Get fucked HelloFresh. Guys, we're gonna do ESL then. Sounds like Kingstar, take him down to Kirktown. I gotta hit up Archons in Discord because he wanted Kirktown clan time.
There is no Colossus.
Aha. Where is Archons? All right, EPT Asia. When is Amaranth and Testa stream? I don't know. I have some quote hot tub streamers, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, OnlyFans friend gals, that we have some I don't know what the plans are for it. You guys are like, what? I'm just saying. Do I know Mason? Who's Mason? I've met some strange friends on Twitch. We'll put it that way. Oh, legendary Apple Juice? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, American player, Mason. All right, guys, so let's get set up for ESL. It sounds like you guys want me to do some more casting, late night casting. Yeah, I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to eat some more of that, reheat some shepherd's pie up for a bit of a break. Let me add a 2-minute delay. You love the cast, and I'm going to add a 2-minute delay. So, unfortunately, if you guys can hang out for 2 minutes, that's all I ask. We're going to be doing EPT Asia. I'll probably play... Oops. I have to close out a game. Hold on. A little glitch on some of my scenes. I don't know what it is with OBS, but if I go to settings to add the delay, we're there. Let me get the bracket for EPT. And we will go on with the delay in a minute. I'm gonna get everything pre-set up before DreamHack Masters Atlanta. EPT Open Cup Asia. Here we go. Bracket. Motherfucker. Hang on, this thing always breaks my balls. Let me get old Nightbot back. Mason beat American Turner and named X Decker. No other. Yeah, I've never seen that Mason. That's interesting. So we had a little bit of a curveball player in there. And we are going to be doing EPT Asia. I was kind of hoping to ladder, but you know what? My wrist could use a break. So that's what we say. There was enough votes that I'm going to respect your votes. We're going to do EPT Open Cup number 144 Asia. ESL EPT Open Cup Asia number 144. I'm going to copy this and I need to do this for the VOD. OSC 2022 mid-season playoffs number 2. And let me get set up here. Whoa. Whoa, what is this scene? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. All right, here we go. I got this set up a little different. Bear with me. We're alone. No, you're not. But I'm going to be back in 2 minutes with the delay. I'm going to take a little break, actually, because we did this back to back. Updating this, and then I'm going to change this to ESL as we go